Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and I hope you are all having a tremendously beautiful day. How's everyone doing out there? Let me make sure my Instagram is going. We're good over there. Hello, hello. Susie's tuned in. Suzanne is tuned in. Suzanne says, how did everyone's day go? Mine was very productive. That's great to hear. How was it productive? What'd you get done? We hope everyone, if you celebrated yesterday, had a good holiday. It is, it's one of those we know that has some history and some issues with it, right? But like we've been saying, we try to use the day to look at the things that we're grateful for, and got to get together with family and see nieces and nephews, and that was really nice, and catch up with them. It's kind of amazing to watch kids turn into like young people, right? And so they have their own personalities, they have their own things that they're into, and they're super excited about what they're into. And it's really good to see. Kids are so full of enthusiasm for whatever they do. And sometimes I think as adults, we kind of lose that a little bit. In some ways, we're still excited about a lot of things, but it can happen. So it's so interesting to be with that vibrant energy, right? And full of energy, full of life, full of, expectations and hopes and dreams. And so that was a really good thing. And I got to see my mom and dad, which was really nice, and hang out with them for a little bit. So it was a good time. It was a good time. How did everyone else do? How's everyone else doing? Suzanne says, many errands done and coffee with a friend. Nice. That's awesome. I was at the store today, and my ears still haven't popped from coming over the mountain. So if I'm talking louder than normal, maybe that might be why. But I'm having a harder time hearing because of that. So anyway, it was a fairly productive day at the store for me. I took pictures of polymer pendants of Andrew's that we had shown on the lives here, and I got them all measured. I got them all counted out to what we have available, and got them listed in the online store. So the majority of them, the most recent ones, I don't think are quite listed yet. I think he was still putting some sealer on some of those, but I put a bunch of them, and I took pictures of the Roman glass, the faux Roman glass ones, with Roman glass, and it is, if you have not seen the pictures, it is incredible how close Andrew got. Like, I knew they looked good. I knew they looked good, but I had no idea, well, I did. I knew they were good, but when I put them there, they almost disappeared in with the strands of Roman glass. So if you've not seen those, take a look at those, because when we showed them on the live, we didn't have a strand of Roman glass here to really show them with that. And so if you've never seen Roman glass before, or you've not had Roman glass before, it's been a long time since you've seen it, you might have looked at those pendants and been like, I don't get this. I don't know. But if you look at the pictures, you will get it. You will get it. And he did a tremendous job with those. But they are now in the online store. And in case you missed any email today from us, we are having a Shop Small sale this weekend in the online store. So if you would like to purchase anything from the online store, use discount code SHOPSMALL, all one word, and put that in for your discount, and it will give you 20% off everything in the online store. And that includes those pendants. It includes my pottery that's in there. It includes my pendants, Andrew's artwork, all the gemstones, all the beads, everything. Pendants, check glass, vintage freshwater pearls, tons and tons of things. And so you can use discount code SHOPSMALL, and that'll save you 20% in the online store. Also, if you read through that entire email, in the notes of your order, if you put something in there that you have recently been grateful for, we're going to throw in a little extra gift in your order. So you just go to the notes section of the order and let us know what you're grateful for recently. And we'll throw in a little extra something in your order when it goes out. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for tuning in. Tracy Bradford and KSSW4762 joined us on Instagram. I don't know if you're all out there still or not, but welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. It is a chilly Friday here. The roads around this area have not been great. They've not been great. But the road going to work today was not bad. We call it, the road is 271 and it goes past the cottage. I stopped at the cottage this morning. I was a little late because the pellet stove had gone out, so I had to restart that this morning, and I had to grab things from the cottage to take up to the store. And so that road was fine, but coming home, going there, it's uphill and it's quite the incline up. My ears popped like 3 different times. Today, only 2 so far. Road coming down and coming back is like that. So I took it very slowly, very slowly. Luckily, I didn't feel pressure because there wasn't any traffic around me until the very end, and they went around me, and I was fine with that. But it was a little slippery, or slippy, as we like to say here. But all in all, pretty good. But where my mom is, the roads were complete sheets of ice. There were a lot of accidents, apparently, or a number of accidents, unfortunately, and it was very icy, very slick. So it's just, just that little bit of difference between where we are and where she is, which is not far. I mean, really, we're only about 25 minutes away from each other, but completely different world as far as everything went. So I was glad because I took the van today because I had a bunch of stuff to take up to the store so that I could have things to work on throughout the day. And yeah, the van does not go very well in the ice and snow. So I was thankful that it wasn't too bad either way. I have a kitten trying to get in the door. I don't know who that is, but I can guess. I can guess who it probably is. Probably Gilbert. Oh, yes, he likes to try to get in. He begs to get in. Hey, Sandra, how are y'all doing out there? How's everything going for you? Let me know how your holiday was. Did you spend it with friends? Did you spend it with family? What's going on? Michelle is here. Hello, Michelle. Hopefully you're feeling better. Dale is here watching from work. Hope everyone is well and that Andrew is feeling better. Yeah, he's feeling a little bit better, but the weather changes and things get to him a lot. And we've definitely had some wild weather changes. Dale worked. Some people have got to work, right? I never used to. When I was in New York, I usually took on the holidays because it was usually a little bit extra. Usually got paid a little extra. And my friends, we would get together sometimes on the weekend after the holiday or, at some other point in time. So it wasn't always a big thing for me. I didn't get a chance to visit home all the time. So if I wasn't going to visit home anyway, I didn't mind working. But so I know some people actually like to work on the holidays. And so I don't know if that's you or not, but hopefully it wasn't too bad. Hello, Anna. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing? How you doing? So yeah, we have some miscellaneous stuff tonight again. Hey, Susan, thanks for joining us. Now everyone's starting to get in here and filter in. That's kind of what it's about, right? Talk long enough, people come in, filter in, say hi. Just talking about my day, And yesterday, we weren't live yesterday because of the holiday. And hopefully you all had good ones with your family or friends, or your pets. So we tried to give the cats a Thanksgiving. They got extra juicy tidbit dinners. But yeah, so we've got miscellaneous today. Certainly miscellaneous. I also have some new pottery that I got back, that I'm going to show you and offer it up here first. So I made these trees. They're kind of they're kind of cone-shaped things, and they have holes cut out for tea lights. I would use the battery-operated tea lights because some of them are small and don't want the flame in there. But I think they're really, really cute, and I think I like them a lot. They're all different shapes, all different sizes, all different dyes, all different glazes. So I thought maybe some of you might like those. So I'm going to show you those. I have a bowl or two that I'm going to show you as well. And then after all that, I think Andrew might have some more polymer. He's been working hard at it. So he might have some more polymer to show us by the time we get to there. So we'll see. Cheryl says, we spent the afternoon with some of my hubby's family. Now I'm trying to clean up my desk so I can do some crafting this weekend. Nice. I like that talk. We have a big class coming into the store tomorrow. It's about eight people are supposed to come in. And it's going to be during Small Business Saturday. So I don't know. We've never had a Small Business Saturday in this new location. So I don't know if people are going to be out and about where we are or not. I'm hoping we can draw people in. I've been putting up posts and trying to share with the groups and letting people know to come in and spend some time with us. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a whole new thing. I don't know what's going to go on. But we do have the class, and we're excited about that. I think it's a bunch of kind of cousins getting together, and they wanted to do something together. So we're gonna do something with them. I think it's going to be fun. Let's see here. Amanda's here. Hello, Amanda. Where are we going here? Susan says, oh, Janice and her husband are in town visiting family. My hubs and I met up with them at the local coffee shop and had a really good time. See, that's what I love. That's what I love about this. Sometimes people think that we get online here and we just hang out, and a lot of people don't always participate in the conversation or in the groups that we have because, they're like, oh, no one's around me. I don't have anyone around. But you never know, right? Someone might come visit your way. You might make friends and hang out. And that's what I love to hear. When people come and hang out with us to the store, they travel distances to come see us. That's amazing. When you all get to hang out and meet people in person and have fun together, that's so meaningful. It really, really makes me feel good that we kind of create this community where people can find each other and hang out, and whether it's virtually or in person, it's so nice. And I love that so much. So thank you for sharing that, Susan. That's awesome. Let's see here. Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Excuse me. Anna says, hey, says Sarah, Joe, and Eric said happy Thanksgiving. Oh, that's so sweet. We miss them so much. It's been so long. Andrew Wednesday, I was going to their house for Thanksgiving. We looked at beads, had a lovely dinner, and lots of laughs. We've had the privilege of hanging out with them in person. They've come to visit us here, and we've hung out with them at bead shows and other places. And they are some of the nicest, most genuine people. I really, really, really love them to death. And I'm glad you got to hang out with them. Have you hung out with them before? Do you know them well? I don't know. I don't know if you do, but they are such nice people. Such nice people. And they're the kind of people that I don't understand how anyone could have anything negative to say about either one of them. They're so nice. Amanda says, winter has finally arrived here, very blustery and snowy. It is snowy around here. There was a layer of snow, a little dusting of snow this morning, and then it snowed kind of all day, but super light. It was not anything too wild throughout the day, but there was a little dusting on my car from being parked on the street today. So there was a little bit out there, and it's a little windy. It's a little windy. Winter has arrived, right? It's arrived in a lot of places. Susan says they live across the state from us, a 4-hour drive across I-70. Okay, nice. I'm glad you got to see them. Hello, Angela. Thank you for joining in today. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Did you all have any kind of special food for Thanksgiving? Anything you don't normally have? We had our normal. I made my lasagna and I took that, and we had my meatballs. I think we talked about this the other day. Meatless meatballs from my Graham's recipe, and that was my Graham on my dad's side. My grandmother on my dad's side, and but they weren't meatballs. These were actually kind of patties. She used to do two different ones. She had a meatball and she had a patty. And this one had, I think it's walnuts, sour cream, eggs. I forget all that went into it to make them. I think mushrooms. There's a lot of stuff that went into them. And you know what? Let me look here. Let me see. Because I think my mom, she got the recipe and she sent it to me. Oh, where is it? Where are you? There they are. Eggs, onion, walnuts, salt, cream cheese, cracker crumbs, and chopped celery. And all that put together is really, really good. And so that was kind of a blast from the past for me, because that's something that we don't get very often. My grandmother used to make them quite a bit, and they were always so good, and I've not had them in a long time. So that was kind of one of those things, brought back memories, and it was really nice. I don't know if I'm flickering on your end. My phone screen keeps flickering here, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's happening on your end or not, if you're seeing it, but it's really weird. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you here. Susan said we're supposed to have snow tomorrow, supposed to be on the light side. Light is good, right? Let's see. Anna says, yes, Sarah Jo and I have ventured to the Humble Bees retreats with Heather. We live about an hour apart, and And when I went to form the 5 Friends sales group, I asked Sarah Jo, Laura Lee, Miranda, and Monica. Nice. Nice. I thought you did, but I wasn't 100% sure. But the Humble Bees retreat sounds right, about right. Yeah, they're such nice people. Susan says, it's just us, and Hubs decided to cook, so he made a broccoli, mushroom, and tofu stir fry with a berry salad. For dessert, we had vanilla cheesecake. Very untraditional, but it works for us. That's good. We had pumpkin pie. My mom, but I, of course, did not have any of that. We had the lasagna instead, and corn and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and deviled eggs and pickled eggs and lots of good stuff. It was pretty traditional in a lot of ways. My nephew has this little recipe for a cranberry cranberry sauce salad. It's like in between. It's really good. And then they made a fruit salad. So we had a fruit salad with mango and what's that? Oh, can't think of it. Anyway, had pineapples and mango, pineapples, kiwi, strawberries, and the one thing I can't think of, you eat the seeds out of it. Boy, my brain. Anyway, that was very good. And then there was also pumpkin roll, and raspberry pie, which I did not have any of that. I didn't have any of that. I went for 2 slices of the pumpkin pie. Let's see here. Let's see. Where are we here? Michelle says we had beef stew with veggies, stuffing, homemade cornbread with honey butter. That sounds really good. Stew sounds good right about now, right? Hey, Susie. Friend Susie Wyatt is here. Thank you for joining us. Norma said I had dinner at a great Italian restaurant and had chicken piccata. No turkey for me, although they did offer traditional turkey dinner. I'm reheating leftover piccata for dinner right now. That's what we're going to have for dinner. I think lots of leftovers. I made a whole separate mini lasagna for us. So we've got it. Karen had coconut curry. Nice. Boy, a lot of people having coconut curry lately. A lot of people out there talking about coconut curry. Must be in the air. For dinner and art bead shows. It's been about 7 years since we met. Oh, that's awesome. Oh no. Andrew said Heather's mom passed. I didn't know that. When did that happen? Like just recently? Or did I miss that? That's so sad. That's really sad. That's a hard one. Boy. Okay. Amanda says the range for snow accumulation for my area is 5 to 50 inches. Kind of a broad range. That is a very broad range. 5 to 50. I can't even imagine getting 50 inches of snow. Like, I can't even imagine that. No snow here, but going to be in the 50s, I think, says Susie. 50s. That. I don't know what it was today. It was cold today. 26 right now. 26 degrees. Karen hasn't had snow yet here in Washington. Wow. That seems odd. Is that odd for this time of year? Anna's pomegranate. That's what I was talking about. Yes, it is. Amanda made keema aloo. May not be pronouncing that right. With cauliflower instead of peas. It was so good. I found a new spice mix and it really made it so good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Amanda says, yes, Susan, snow. I'm not looking forward if it reaches the max at 50. I checked several times to make sure I read it correctly. I would too. That's insane. 50 inches. How many? I'm not great at the mental math, but how many feet is that? That's 50 divided by 12. That's 4 feet. 4 feet, over 4 feet of snow. And it said she passed on the 22nd. Heather just posted the news today. That's Norma says, I knew Heather had not been doing the lives the last 3 weeks or so because she was sitting with her mother at the hospital. I'm sorry to hear she passed. Yeah, that's really, you're very sweet. She's a very sweet person. That's a rough one. Well, send out those love and, hugs and all that to Heather and her family. It's going to be a rough one, I'm sure. It's so hard when things like that happen too close to the holidays. Not that it's easier any other time, but when people pass near the holidays, it's sometimes even harder to have, that holiday feeling anytime in the future. So yeah, that's really sad. It's really sad. Karen said December we start getting snow. So you should be getting snow soon, right? We're not there yet. Let's not rush the next few days. Let's not rush the next few days. So what else has been going on? Anything else? You all who are just tuning in, how was your holiday? Did you do anything special? Did you get together with family? Did you not get together with family? Either way is just fine. I'm such a creaky stand. Either way is just fine, right? Whatever is best for you, whatever is good for you to do. But I hope whatever you did, you enjoyed your time. And if you have people around that you want to spend it with and you spend it with loved ones, I hope you had a good time together. Like I said, I hung out with my brother and sister-in-law and nephews and niece and my mom and dad, and it was a really nice time. It was really nice. Good to see them once in a while. Don't always get to, even though we live pretty close. They're very busy. They are exceptionally busy. I saw they have this calendar. It's a digital calendar that sits on their counter in the kitchen, and it's just full, all different colors. Every day it's like full of stuff, because the kids, two of the three, the youngest is only around 2 years old, but the two of them, the older two, they do everything. They do everything. My niece is in gymnastics and soccer and figure skating, and our nephew is in baseball, soccer, and hockey. And so right now, hockey and figure skating are the two that are getting the most time, and they're going to practices. They have practice. They have games. They have tournaments. It's crazy. My brother and sister-in-law run almost pretty much every single day. My mom does go up and watch the kids sometimes, or watches the youngest. But it was good to sit with them and learn about what they're doing. And I got to see my nephew here pretty recently. He came to the store with my mom and made a necklace, and he wants to come back. He's super excited to bring friends back and have a good time with us. But I didn't see my niece in a while, so I got to catch up with her a little bit. Unfortunately, she started feeling a little under the weather, so she went to bed early. But still got to catch up with everybody and see the young learning words and learning colors, and he's 2 and he is full of himself, which is so cute to see. He has such wild facial expressions, and just lets out any noise or any excitement. He gets very excited, and it's just super cute to see kids like that. Andrew says, my holiday was good. I was getting a headache, so it was nice to stay home. Yeah, Andrew stayed home. He says, I don't really care for holiday celebrations. No, he does not. He does not. He has a harder time with them. So I went up and visited with family, and it was nice, and made a little lasagna for Andrew to have, and then brought back lots of leftovers. So we're going to have, I think, some leftovers for tonight, which is going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm excited about that. And so we have Macbeth77 on Instagram, and Sue Lecuyer, Lecuyer, joined us on Instagram. Thank you. If you're over there still, say hi. Let us know you're there. We're just chit-chatting a little bit before we get into any of the lots that we have for tonight. Like I said, we have some random lots tonight. And we have some of my pottery. I'm going to show you some of my pottery that I just got back the other day on Wednesday. Andrew had finished a live before I got home on Wednesday, so he wasn't feeling great then. So I didn't get to show you my pottery that I brought back. So I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to offer it to you all if you'd like it. Maybe somebody will like some of these trees. I think they're really cool. I made them all different colors, all different shapes, and yeah, I think it's cool. Hopefully y'all like them. And like I said, I have some bowls and stuff, and I think Andrew's going to have some polymer for us, depending on what he can get done. He's been working away at them, working. If you are going to be in the Pittsburgh area next weekend, we have the Handmade Arcade in Pittsburgh. So we're going to be there on the 6th and 7th. It's Friday and Saturday. And I don't know if there's a fee to get in. I know there is if you want to do the early. There's an early bird on Friday. And that's the Friday evening. But I'm not sure if there's a general admission to get in or not. I should check that out because I know a few people have asked, and I can't remember from last year if there was or not. Let's take a look here. But if you are looking to come, let's see here. So the early bird shopping is, well, there's Friday preview night that you need to buy tickets for. Early bird shopping is on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So that's, you can shop without the crowds in the morning if you want to. But then the from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday is free. And Andrew just said it's free on Saturday. So if you want to beat the crowds, you can purchase tickets for it. And I don't know how much the tickets are. Let's see. Let's see if it says. They are $30 a ticket if you want to come Saturday morning before the crowds get there, or $35 if you want to come Friday night. So, but it does help if you reserve tickets. So you can go to handmadearcade.org. And if you're going to come visit us, you can reserve your tickets there, and you can reserve the free tickets. They also have a sensory-friendly shopping experience available from 4:30 p.m. until 6 p.m. on Saturday. So if loud music and lots of lights, I think they dim the lights and I think they lower the music. I don't know what all they will do, but they offer that as well. I'm trying to see if they say. Yeah, so we will limit the number of available tickets from 4:30 to 6 by more than 50%. The DJ will stop playing music during that time, and support light engagement only between makers and shoppers. Think approaching a table to browse and not engaging in conversation. Makers not giving shoppers more information about their products or special sales unless asked. So it's going to be, if that's your vibe, then you can come during that time. Andrew says tickets are recommended throughout the day so they can manage the flow. Yes, it does definitely help. Susie says, my local friends have been super needy lately and not necessarily supportive for me. So I'm learning to set boundaries and spent Thanksgiving by myself, which was absolutely fine. Yes, it is. It is absolutely fine. If you need to set your boundaries, I'm sorry that's happening to you, but there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on for you, probably a lot going on for them, a lot going on. Mercury is retrograde right now. That's throws a whole other wrench into the works. So, you know, setting boundaries, I'm not great at that. I do have a hard time setting boundaries. And that's something I'm trying to work on a little bit more. But yeah, it's good that you're doing that. And it is perfectly fine to have a holiday by yourself. I've spent holidays by myself when I was in New York, when I was away. And, you know, it's just like when people talk about like, oh, you went to the restaurant by yourself. Yes, I have done that. And sometimes it's nice to do that, just to be with yourself and, you know, sort your own feelings out and just have a peaceful time. There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes I think it's actually a very positive thing. So good for you, Susie, for setting boundaries and, you know, taking time for yourself when you need it. It's very good. Yeah. So what else? Anything else? What's going on tonight? I know Suzanne had a very productive day. How about the rest of you? How was your day? You have plans for this weekend? Anybody getting together with family this weekend instead of yesterday? Anything else like that going on? It's hopefully going to be a very busy weekend for us. We have the Small Business Saturday coming up tomorrow. So remember, everybody, tomorrow's the day to shop small, shop small, shop small, shop local, shop small. If you have local places around you, hopefully you will take the time to check out what they have to offer. If you do not, hopefully you will find small businesses online that you can help support if you are in a position to do that. We are, for those of you who missed it, we are running a sale in our online store. You can save 20% off everything in the online store using discount code SHOPSMALL. And then if you put in the notes section, if you tell us something that you've been grateful for lately, you get a little gift. We'll throw in a little gift, just something small in your package. If you let us know what you're grateful for. We want to hear good things. We want to be surrounded by positive energy. So we figured if you spread some positive energy around, we'll throw in a little gift for you too. So that's what we are doing. We have a big class coming in, big for us. We have a class of 8 people coming in tomorrow as well, into the store. So I don't know what it's going to be like, whether there's going to be people coming in and the class, or if the class is going to be mostly what we do tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see, because we have not done a Black Friday or Small Business Saturday in this shop before. Today was slow, but Black Friday is always slow for us. As much as I would love it to be, the people come to small places as well as big box stores. That's generally not what happens around here, at least. So that is, you know, is what it is. So we decided to launch the online store sale and see where that goes. Hopefully that helps. As I said, I also put a lot of Andrew's polymer clay pendants in the online store now, so they are in there. They did get a little bit higher prices, like I said. Some are 10, some are 12, depending on their size. Up to anywhere about 1 1/8 or so is generally a $10 pendant, and then if it got up past that, I made them into $12 pendants. So with the sale, the $10 ones will come down to the $8 price that we gave in the live. But I did say that those would be the best prices for y'all. So the other ones will be a little bit more than that even after the sale. So always like to make sure we give you all the best prices we can on the new released stuff, and you get first dibs too, which is good. Make sure we did sell out of some of them, so that's good. You got them. Susie says, I'm planning on putting together a dining table so I have a spot to eat and work on my laptop, and then do a little bit of painting or beading. Nice. That's good. I'm glad you're getting to a point where you can kind of, you know, I don't want to say that you can see the end, because I'm not sure that you can see the end yet, but at least you can move on and get a little bit of normalcy going for yourself, right? Have a table, and who doesn't work on the dining room table, right? It's where Andrew's doing polymer right now. That's where I'll be doing things later tonight. We are preparing things for Handmade Arcade. So I'm going to be designing, we're going to have some sheets printed at the local printer of some of Andrew's artwork. I need to resize some artwork. We're going to make those little buttons. I did have one up here, but I don't know where it went. But anyway, we have little button pins. We bought a button maker, and there they are. So we're going to be doing these little button pins. So we got that, and we're going to be putting his artwork into these. These are the smallest size, and then we got a bigger size than this, and then a bigger size. I don't know if we'll be doing many of the bigger sizes. I think the medium size is going to be the one that most people would probably wear. I think that's the one I would wear. But this is really cute too. It's just going to be hard, I think, to fit some artwork into those sometimes. So we're going to be pumping out the buttons. I'm going to get hopefully get the artwork decided on tonight, and we're going to have that printed at our local print shop because we don't have a color printer that's fast enough to really just pump those out. So we've had things done with them when we've done some prints and things, and so we know that it's good quality. And I just have to make sure they have the right paper weight. There's a special paper weight that you use for these buttons, I guess, so that it folds in right and isn't too thick or too thin. So got to check on that, but going to do that. And then I'm also going to be cutting wood in the laser for making wooden pins. We're not giving up on the wooden pins. I love the wooden pins. I'm wearing my Palo pin again today. If you've not seen that one, I love these. I love making them. So they're on sale right now in the online store as well. So they're normally $12, and if you'd like to get one, they're 20% off right now. So if you'd like to get one or more, get it now, because I'm going to be making some like crazy. And so I'm going to be cutting the wood to make those tonight, and I might run up to the cottage. We'll see. I might start making some tonight. Or I might just go up to the cottage. To clean these after the laser cuts them, there's only one thing that works. There's just one thing that works, and it is nail polish remover, but it's non-acetone nail polish remover, very specifically. I tried the acetone one because we had the one here at the house. We had brought it here for some reason, and so I stopped at Dollar General, and I'm like, oh, they didn't have the non-acetone. So I just got an acetone one, and it did not clean anything because the laser scorches the wood. So you got to clean it off before I can put the image on with sublimation. And so each one of those is hand cleaned every time I make a pin. And the only thing that works is this very specific non-acetone nail polish remover. I've tried alcohol. I've tried the regular acetone. We've tried different chemicals. Works the best. So I left that at the cottage. So I'm going to at least get the pendants cleaned up and get them ready to sublimate. But I have a bunch of sublimation prints already printed out and ready to go. So I just need to cut them out, and I could probably sublimate a number of them tonight. So that's probably what I'm going to start working on. Andrew says, I feel a little behind, and that's always frustrating for me. Yes, yes. It is hard. And we always tend to feel a little bit behind on what we do. I don't know why, but that's the way things seem to go. We're trying to get better at that, but I have faith. I have faith. Our town is having a big celebration with 15 small businesses, so we'll be going to that. They're even going to have a free Partridge Family shuttle bus with free hot cocoa to get around the 1 mile map. Should be fun. That sounds amazing. That sounds incredible. I'm so glad to hear that. Tonight, which I missed it because I didn't get home in time because I was taking my time getting home because of the roads. Tonight was light up night in Ligonier. So normally during light up night, I'll go down and do a live stream. That's when they bring Santa into town. Santa comes to Ligonier, and Santa and a chosen child from from a drawing gets to flip the switch and light up the center of town at the bandstand. They put on lights and decorations, and Santa comes in his sleigh, and the mayor gives a proclamation. I don't know why sorry everybody, my internet went out for some reason there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I did miss it. So I didn't get a chance to go down and do the live from there. Andrew says, I had hoped to have finished up work earlier, and it just didn't happen. That happens, right? You've been working hard. You've been working on a lot of things. And you got a lot of polymer done. Because I took a while to get all the pictures and get everything listed, and I still didn't get them all, and it didn't include the ones that sold. So, and he's been making more, so getting a lot done. And those are all things that we'll be able to have also for the Handmade Arcade too. Susan started decorating for the holidays this afternoon. Got a couple of areas done. This year I'm leaving the tree for last as it's big and clunky and hard for me to deal with. That's nice. My sister-in-law said the same. She's like, tomorrow the house is going to look totally different. She said that last night. And my brother was like, I think I'll have some work to do. And she's like, not until you bring down my tree and my baskets or my tubs of decorations. So that's probably kind of the same thing. She definitely started decorating too. We don't really decorate too much, especially with the kittens. Not gonna go there. Oh, Charlie's on Instagram. Hello, Charlie. Rosie was out there too. I don't know if you're still there. And Carrick808 also joined us. Whoever's out there, say hi. Let us know. Andrew says, I feel my anxiety getting worse as the time starts ticking down. That is definitely a thing. I run on anxiety most of the time, so I totally feel that. Cinnamon is grateful for her Barnaby love. Nice, says Suzanne. I like that. Charlie says, hi, I'm sowing seed beads and watching horror movies. That's horror movies. I don't know. Isn't that over? Aren't we over with that? Aren't we into good time, feel good holiday, missed connection movies and misplaced love movies? Isn't that what we're into now? Right? That's the kind I like to watch. Andrew says, I try to give myself grace, but I am sitting with my feelings of frustration and trying to learn from them. It's good. You do a lot of self-work. I think we're both trying to do a lot of self-work lately, and trying to get better at the things that we know we're lacking, trying to help each other get better at the things that we know is lacking. It's not always an easy process, but it's definitely a journey. It's definitely a journey, and we have done a lot in the time that we've had the store and the time that we've been together, and we're learning still, and we're navigating together still, and with anyone else. So it's good to learn. It's good to talk things out. And I know I'm not always the most communicative person. Surprise, surprise. I talk a lot on here, but sometimes it's hard, when you're trying to do the self-work as well and opening up to people, even if it's somebody that you're close to. And some of you all may have experience with this too, if you have worked in capacities with the person you're with or with someone you're close to. It's not always easy. And, I think we've done a lot, and we're continuing to do a lot. And we are, we make progress, and sometimes that's slower than we necessarily want it to be. But I think we've done a lot, and we're making more progress. Suzanne says sometimes that is learning, though, right? Anna says, Susie, that's great. Creativity is healing and grounding. Cheryl says, oh, those are fun buttons. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. I've been waiting for somebody to comment on, not a single person, even when I made a point of it. I haven't seen a single person comment on our buttons. So we're going to be making some buttons. Andrew said, the shirts aprons finally came today for a fundraiser that I'm organizing, and it's a relief that they're finally here, but I wish they had come earlier so I didn't get too overwhelmed with everything else. Well, I will help you work on shipping those out. We'll get those out to people. No problems. Suzanne says, now Cinnamon is running around with undershorts. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, Lorraine, thanks for joining us. Good to see you here. Suzanne says, when do they bring Krampus? To Ligonier? They do not. They do not, if that's what you mean. Yeah, we don't see a Krampus, but maybe we'll make Krampus buttons. I don't know. We'll see. Vicky is here. Hello, Vicky. Getting more and more people joining. We got 20 some people joining us tonight. Thank you all so much. Oh, that's Andrew says, Suzanne, Junk Monkey used to do that, but they aren't in town anymore, so they don't have Krampus come around anymore. I forgot they do that. We got somebody went wild on us because, well, Andrew, because they thought we were the ones that did Krampus, and it was not us. It was not us. Somebody didn't like it. So it's one of those things, Some people just don't know other traditions, right? Or think that there's something wrong with them or evil about them. But Halloween is life, says Suzanne, right? Susan says, same here, William. I don't know if is that about the movies? Is that about the movies? Andrew says, Charlie, you can do whatever you want. Charlie says, Halloween is year-round for me. See, some of y'all, I know Suzanne, that's Halloween is life. Susan says, I thought the Brits have a tradition of the Christmas ghost story. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Is that a show? I don't know. Vicky says, I'm trying to keep my anxiety down as I have an unwell cat named Lily. She sees the vet tomorrow, worried about my sweet girl. That is always such a difficult thing. My anxiety flares up just at the thought of one of our cats having troubles or hard times. So I totally feel you. I send you some good energy, send you some nice warm hugs, nice good energy. It is difficult, and we do hope Lily is fine and does well, and hopefully the vet can get whatever it is worked out. But we know that feeling, and so I'm glad you're here. You can spend time with us. Hopefully it will help get your mind away from that for a little bit, so you can not live in anxiety, because I know what that's like. I do that most of my life, and it is went out again, don't know why. Charlie says, thank you, Andrew and Suzanne. Karen says, I've had Hallmark and Christmas feel good movies on for weeks. Only movies, no other TV. It's been a really nice boost. Yes, it is good, right? We're watching some things. I forget what we watched the other night. I don't know. Yeah, we tried to watch Matlock. That wasn't on. Forget what we watched. We watched a movie, I think, the one night. It was pretty good. I just don't remember what it was. terrible. But I've been trying to be very particular about what I take in right now, because there's a lot going on out there. And, I think current events lately and what's going on in the world, and there's so much happening. I think a lot of people are really starting to realize that we are being inundated with stuff, with news, with anything, with visual stuff, with pictures, with videos, with stimulation, with music. With There's just so much, and I think a lot of people that we've been talking with and that I've been talking to are really starting to set boundaries for themselves as to what they are allowing into their perception. And I think that's very important. I've been trying to do that. It also means that I've not been online as much, so I've missed some things, which is kind of sad to miss some things and not be in the loop as much as I was. But it also has, been a little bit more peaceful in my brain, which right now is pretty important. Anna says, I love your buttons. Oh, good. Oh, good. Let's see here. Oops. Boy, these comments jumped. Oh, about my sister. Teresa is here. Hello, Teresa. How are you doing? How are you doing? Vicky says, thank you. Andrew says, winter holidays are historically pretty brutal. It's not until the modern era that they were made so feel good. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I do know, well, I guess, some things definitely. Thanksgiving, pretty historically brutal. But trying to, keep that positive spin, because, things can come from a lot of places, and we try to do our best and learn and grow and, you have to push things in the way that you want them to go, right? And, I would rather try and push things in a positive light as much as I can and try to stay positive. And that's something that's very important with my anxiety, because I can plummet very easily and very quickly into wanting to crawl up into a ball and not do anything. And I'm trying to protect myself from that, because that's no good for anybody if that happens and I get a total mental block and feel like I'm mentally walking through sludge, which is how anxiety can sometimes feel. And so I've been trying to limit exposure to certain things and, keep things on a positive note. And this is exhausting is what it is, William. No, but Sue says, no, but there is a tradition of British authors and stories about Christmas ghosts, like Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Ah, yes, that makes sense. I do love A Christmas Carol. I do love that. Oh, Andrew says, we watched Like Water for Chocolate. That was it. And we watched Turtles All the Way Down. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Turtles All the Way Down. I like that. I like that. Andrew says, I'm halfway through the Lee Bardugo Grisha books. Lee Bardugo Grisha books. He's been listening to them during his work. All his work. He's been working a lot, listening to books. Andrew says, I'm finishing up a birthday present for a friend. That's nice. I got to talk to, I chatted a little bit, which I forgot about until just now. It happened earlier in the day. Chatted with a mutual friend of ours a little bit earlier today, and checking in on people. And it's nice to hear from people. Nice to check in on people, and keep in touch. I'm not always the best at doing that. I often think of people, like I think of people a lot, but I think of a lot of people a lot, and but I don't always take that extra step to like write them and say, hey, just thinking of you, because sometimes I feel like that's weird, or like I'd be putting pressure on them to have to reply, because sometimes with my anxiety, I can't always feel like I can reply. And so I kind of, we kind of put out there what we think like, right? So sometimes I know that I have a hard time replying, and if I get a lot of messages, it's hard for me to process all of them. So sometimes I don't write to people because I'm like, I don't know if they're going to want to write back or if they're going to be in the right mood, and I don't want them to feel pressured. And I'm trying to get over that and realize that people can take the time they want to take, right? I'm not really pressuring them. I'm just sending out a message, letting people know I'm thinking of them. And if they want to get back to me now, that's great. If they want to get back to me in 3 weeks, that's great too. And, but I know what it's like to feel like, got to be on something, got to do something. So I'm not always great about keeping in touch because I go through a lot of things in my head. And I don't know, do y'all do that? Do you like have entire conversations in your head about why you should or shouldn't maybe do this and all the reasons why? That happens to me a lot with a lot of things. Like probably what a lot of, people who may not have anxiety or, or things like that. And you just go about your day, and it's I'd be like, that's so amazing that people can just do that and not think about the 30 things that might happen if they do that before they even start. But that's, yeah. Suzanne asked, have you listened to her latest, The Familiar? Andrew says, yep, he has. Susan says, for sanity's sake, we are watching less news, and I stay off social a bit more. It's probably healthy, right? It's probably healthy. I heard this idea that we apparently, I don't know if I've talked about this before, and I forget if it was Dr. Tara Swart who said this or another one of the doctors I listened to. But apparently, in about 1 day, is it 1 day or 1 week? I think it's 1 day. Maybe it's a week. Anyway, in that short amount of time, in today's information-filled world, we receive as much information as a person about 100 years ago would have had in their entire life. And so when you think about that, in just that span of time, we've increased the amount of information that our brains are supposed to process. And for who knows how long before that, in hundreds of thousands of years as people have evolved, we didn't have this kind of information. Our brains were not evolving to adapt to this kind of onslaught of news and information and music and movies and all this. It's kind of crazy to think that in a day or a week, whatever it is, I think it's a day, we can get as much information to us as somebody would have in their entire lives. And so it's no wonder why we are all a little bit high strung sometimes, or a little bit anxious. We are trying to deal with and process a life's worth of information every day or every week. One of those two. I think it's every day. And that is kind of astounding and really amazing to think of, that we handle that kind of information as well as many of us do. But if you are feeling like things are a lot, then they might just be a lot, because it is a lot. It is literally a year's or a lifetime's worth of information to some other people just 100 years ago or so, another generation, a few generations off. Anna says, sludge is a good descriptor. I always have said quicksand or mud. I was going to say mud, but it's not quite mud, right? Mud Mud's okay. You can deal with some mud. Things get muddy a little bit, but it's sludgy, right? That just adds a whole, like you say sludge, that adds a whole different element, right? People know exactly, like that's nasty sludge. Um, and that's what sometimes it's like when I get into depression or anxiety. Um, Nothing is remotely interesting. Nothing is fun. You very much have a hard time seeing the light at the end of anything, and so I try my best to protect myself from going into that. And yes, we all need to face things, and of course, I face things here and there, but it is not good for anyone, myself, anyone around me, if I get into that kind of position. And you know what? As we go through life, there's a lot of things that are worth working hard for. But, you know, it's very hard to justify that I should have to put myself in that mode, right? And worry about things to the point where I get put into that mode. Because that's a hard one to get out of. It's honestly very hard to get out of. And here's me talking about, hopefully y'all don't mind as I talk about my things. Andrew says, like most traditions, they explained the world they lived in and were shaped by current events. So a lot of winter holidays explained harsh realities, like early child mortality and extreme poverty from feudal class systems. Suzanne says child mortality rates were high, right? Anna says, oh yes, so many conversations. Karen says, oh yes, on an everyday basis, definitely conversations. Karen says, actually, all of that overthinking is kind of exhausting, right? Yeah, it's a daily thing. If you have it, you may not even know, but you know, I've watched enough things that I start to realize that not everyone has those conversations with yourself before you can even start something. Like, it's incredible, and not always in a good way. I mean, it's good that, you know, if you need someone to think about everything that could possibly go wrong in a situation, like if that were a job, we'd probably be pros at it, right? We could take that up. We'd be climbing that corporate ladder if that were our job. But having to think of all those before you can even feel like you can act on something is just like tiring. And they talk about how much your brain uses a huge portion of your energy stores. So when you eat and you convert that food into energy, your brain uses a lot of that every day. If you have an overactive brain or an anxiety brain, it can use even more, and it literally wears you out. It will fatigue you. And that's a thing where you are processing so much that you are wearing yourself out. And it's a vicious cycle, because you know, you start thinking about these things and then you wear yourself out, and then you're too tired to think about things, and then you feel guilty for not being able to think about things and do things, and you think about it even more and you wear yourself out even more. And then suddenly sometimes you don't have the energy to, you know, eat, which you need to eat to keep up your energy. And it can be a hard thing. So anybody out there who is experiencing that, you know, I feel you. I'm here with you, and you know, I don't want to turn this into a, you know, a, oh boy, here we go, right, kind of thing. But I do like people to know that you are not alone out there. Charlie says, I feel the sludge. It sometimes creeps up on me and I don't notice. That can happen. That can definitely happen. Catches you off guard sometimes. Sometimes it's a slow process, and sometimes it's up. Like you've hit a brick wall of sludge. And it's like, whoa, I thought I was thinking fine. And then all of a sudden you got side, you know, if you've ever like ridden your bike in mud or a sludgy area, and you know how it can sometimes just grab the wheel of your bike and just take you, or even in a car, it can grab your wheel and take your tires in one direction. It's kind of what it feels like sometimes. Karen says the thing is kind of exhausting. It is. Karen says, I think you do a great job of staying positive and spreading positivity, even if some days it's hard, and I think it's awesome. Thank you. We try. Both Andrew and I try to do that. You know, things are hard sometimes. Things are very hard sometimes. And we do work really hard at staying positive and trying to create things and bring beauty into the world. And, you know, that's not always easy. And sometimes I think we make it look easy, maybe, but it is not. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes and in our heads. And I think it's also, though, good to talk about it every once in a while, right? We don't like to get into these deep conversations all the time, but I think every once in a while, it's good to let it out, right? Because a lot of us, I think, a lot of us don't always have an outlet for that. And so when you can get together with people who understand how you feel, I think it's a very positive thing to, you know, you don't want to, like, I never like those things where my trauma is better than your trauma or is greater than your trauma. We're not having a competition, right? But I think it is good to be with people who understand, and you can finally take a breath with people like-minded, and you know, as long as you're all trying to bring it into a positive direction by letting it out, and not just you know, keep bringing each other down, but you want to help build each other up. And that's why I get so many positive comments when I talk once in a while about my anxiety. Usually after every one of those, I get an email or two that, or a comment that people say thank you, because it's sometimes we feel very alone, and anxiety it pushes you to feel alone. It's one of those things that you know, a lot of people don't understand because they don't go through it. And if you don't go through it, you have no clue. For a long time, I didn't really have severe anxiety in any way. I always had a little bit, I think. You know, I can remember getting sick as a really young child and asking my mom if I was going to die, because I got myself in such a panic that was going to be that was it. I was going to be sick and I was going to die from that. Like, and you know, I had things through high school, even elementary school, but not crazy severe. And I know I shouldn't say crazy, but not severe. But it makes you feel sometimes like you are stuck, and it's really hard sometimes. And so when you can talk about it, and when you feel like you can say something, and you can hear from somebody who is not afraid to say, hey, this is something I'm dealing with and it's real, I think that can help. So I don't want to go on and on and on about this, because some of you might not even care. I don't want to bring down the vibe, but I think it's important sometimes to just, you know, let it out, so you can, you know, kind of get it out of here. Because the one thing that I've noticed that anxiety does, and I talk about it like it's its own thing, but it feels like that if you open up about it, everyone's going to be against you, and you can find every single reason why no one's going to care, or everyone's going to, you know, be angry at you for whatever you let out. And sometimes it's very hard, and it makes you want to just be by yourself, or keep everything in, and it's not always good. It's not always good. Dominion says, yeah, depression is serious. I understand and need to be cautious with others too. And it says, it's so important to talk about mental health. I've tried to be as open as possible about my struggles and process of digging myself out of the pit. Yeah, I think it's very important, right? Susie says, I overthink everything, and it's so exhausting and paralyzing because you can't make a decision. It is. It is. It is hard to make a decision because you not only have to weigh everything on every side in every possible way in your mind, you also feel like if you make that decision, especially if it affects other people or includes other people, you are afraid that that decision is going to ruin everyone's life, not just yours. Or it puts anxiety, puts a lot of pressure on you that probably most of the time other people really aren't putting that kind of pressure on you, but it feels like it sometimes, right? It feels like you have all this pressure. And sometimes people just want to know your opinion, but to your brain it's like, I don't know what is the best. And so yeah, it's definitely, it's hard for me to make a decision sometimes, and Andrew will be the first probably to tell you it's hard for me to make a decision. But that's one of the things. Let's see here. Anna says, I think it's also the feeling of being able to take off the mask and just be. The mask of happiness slips and you can be authentic for a time. So thank you for being a safe space. Yes, we always try to be a safe space. And, whether that mask, it can also go in the other way, that you can finally take off the mask of unhappiness and allow yourself to be with people who understand and get that relief and bring back some of that light. And that's how I often feel when I talk about these things with people who understand and people who can relate, is that it's like, whew, okay, I got that out a little bit let loose, and it makes it a little bit easier. Vicky says, it's so nice to have like-minded people in your corner. It helps a lot. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's see here. Charlie says, I appreciate the sharing. It helps a lot of people feel less alone, definitely for me. Charlie says, also drink water. I know. I've been drinking. I finished almost all of this today. I'm trying to drink more, but I'm dehydrating. It's been getting colder, so there's more heat on in the house, and it dehydrates me so much. Anna says, yes, it is so helpful to share and feel supportive to others, right? Susie says, on a lighter note, anxiety also makes it difficult to string that beautiful blue bead in the perfect spot. It can. It can make it harder to concentrate on anything, but it's good. And I'm glad, thank you all for chatting and opening up, those of you who felt the need to or the want to, and letting me talk. It's always good. But I think the holidays sometimes bring this out in people and are particularly difficult for some people. And so we just want you to know that you can always open up and chat with us. We are a safe space, and we do our best to allow everyone to feel involved and as part of the community here. You are all AG Bead fam, and we appreciate you all so much, and we thank you for being here. We thank you for all the support you give us all year long. And it's for those of you who are living in the winter times now. It gets dark early. There's not a lot of sunlight, and that really has an effect on everyone too. All right. That all said, anybody else got anything they want to talk about? I'm going to start with some lots. These are going to continue the MA lots. I got some together here before we started. I was running a little late today coming home, like I said, because I was taking my time, coming home slowly so we could make sure I survived coming down the mountain. It was getting icy and slippery. At one point, I had to stop at a stop sign, and I pulled out and the tire spun, so I knew it was getting very kind of icy on the way home. So I took it very slow all the way home. And so I was running a bit late and a little bit behind. And so I don't have as many things here, but we're going to take a look at some lots here. We're going to take a look at some of the pottery I've done recently. If you want to purchase any of those, you'll have the chance to purchase them here. And then we'll see if Andrew has any pendants ready, because he has some polymer he's working on down there. So that's and they're nice. From what I've seen so far, they are very nice. And my screen just went yellow. Let me turn off my night shift. There we go. You all can't see that, but for me, it doesn't show the colors right. It makes me a little crazy when I'm trying to show things. I'm like, that's... Okay, let's see here. Let me get the lights, cameras, action here. Ooh, get the other light. I don't pull this other light down until I'm ready for it, because it blocks the walkway. Andrew says, for as much as I share, there's a lot I don't talk about because I feel like I have to be strong for other people. I feel like if I let my guard down, things will fall apart and I'll let everyone down. Well, I know you feel that way. I know you feel that way. And does anyone else feel like that sometimes? I know we all maybe feel like that sometimes. I know Andrew really does that. But you don't let me down, just so you know. I don't think I can say a time you've ever let me down. So just so you know. Dominion asks, are you guys going to put gifts in the stockings? That'd be really cute. Add little gifts that are surprises for Christmas. Probably not. Those stockings are not really hung up there with anything that's going to allow any type of weight. So no, probably not. We did once upon a time do a giveaway in the store where every time you bought something, you could put we'd do little tickets, and put tickets, and we had, I don't know if it was 12 stockings across the chimney that we had in the store, the fireplace, at that store we were in, that building. And we'd pull from them for giveaways and all this kind of stuff. It was kind of fun. Let's see here. Michelle says, my pre-stroke is just about gone. That's great news. Glad that you're on your way to better health, and that's going in the right direction. Anna says, yes, I understand that feeling too. We both, and we all, I think, worry about that from time to time. But I think we hold ourselves to a higher standard than most people would ever hold us, right? Especially your friends. Your friends know you need a break. Sometimes you need a a little bit of time every once in a while. Suzanne remembers that when we did the stockings. Yeah, that was fun, right? That was fun. Okay, let's get this party started a little bit here. We're going to start with MA 131. We left off on 130, I think that was the last MA. I tried to check my spreadsheets. And so MA 131, let me put the banner up here. If you'd like to purchase from this video, take down the lot number and send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. The lot number here is MA 131. We have 2 of these. That's what that number down there is for. We have 2 of them available, and they are $5 each. All right. And it's these. We had some different colored ones the other day. This time we've got some bright orange. There's a few ambery kind of colored ones mixed in. We just split them up kind of evenly here, and so there was no rhyme or reason. Some of them have different shapes in there. Some of them have a few more of the amber maybe than the other. But they're super cool, and I love this bright color. I love, love, love this bright color. And it has a little bit of the swirlies in it, which I really love too. But this is just such a happy color. Like, that's, I think, why I love color so much, is because, you know, it's one of those things that helps, I think, with anxiety. If you can work with colors and bright colors and just things that are fun and whimsical. And so I think orange, I've always been drawn to orange. It's not particularly one that I wear very often. It's like gold. I don't wear a lot of gold. I never liked gold as much, but I've always liked orange. I used to have this orange fleece that I wore all the time in high school. Like, probably wore it out, but it was this big bright orange fleece. And even one of my teachers would talk about it. It's like, got your orange fleece. Can see you coming a mile away. And I loved it. But yeah, anyway, bright orange. MA131. If you'd like to purchase from this video, take down the lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Let me just jump in here. I wanted to jump into the junk to make sure nobody's going into junk lately. I didn't get a chance to look at that earlier. Okay, we're all good with junk. Andrew says, maybe. I think there are expectations when sometimes when you don't meet those expectations, it leads to disappointment. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Dominion says, the holidays will be over soon and we'll be back in more normal life, I feel like. Maybe. I like the holidays generally. And generally they put me in a pretty good mood. But yeah. Anna says, orange was my favorite color as a child. Now it's the complementary color blue. I still love a mix of blue and orange. Isn't it great? I do love those colors too. Okay. I'd probably underprice these, but this is a whole bag. It was $16 is what we're going to put it at. Probably should actually be more than that. And took it down to 14. But this is a whole bag of these. I think they're ceramic of some sort, maybe glass. They sound like ceramic or glass. And they're just like cool tube-like beads, right? And just all different shapes, all different kinds. So cool. Oh, let's see here. Michelle says, William, maybe next year I can send you and Andrew my Kumihimo candy canes. That's cute. Like that. So this is, and these all vary. Wait, am I in? Whoa, it's in inches. These are about 8 millimeters. Some of them I think are a little bit thicker, almost 10 millimeters. 9 millimeters, all different sizes, all different lengths, all different shapes. Dominion says that's good, either glass or ceramic. It's sort of good bone replacement, maybe. Yeah, has that bone color to it. And I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I move this light. There we go. If you can see kind of the textures, not textures, the patterns in it. See? Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So it's MA132. If you're interested, send us an email. $14 for all of it. $14 for all of it. Let me get these back in the bag. Oh, Charlie says, "Oh man, drive safe. Ice is terrifying." Yes, it is. Of course, because it was slippery, I was having visions of the van turning sideways, going down the hill. Some of my YouTube stuff that calms me down a little bit, and just taking it easy as I went down. Okay, this is MA133. This is the same kind, only this time it's in this very pretty blue and green color. Check those out. So here's the two colors together. They sound good. They sound good. And I think they're so cool. Like, you don't often see like slightly bent, and for a necklace or a bracelet, I think that would be super cool. MA133 has sold. Thank you so much. 132, that kind of bone colored one is still available. I'm surprised. There's many people that buy the bone beads. That I figured that maybe they would sell quicker. Andrew says, you know, there is a more flat way to get home. It does take 5 minutes longer. I didn't realize the hill was bad until the hill was there. That's the thing, because the hill was perfectly fine going up today. So I just didn't think that it was going to be anything. And then when I got there, I realized it is a little bit slick. But yeah, I might have to start going the other way, because that's not something I want in my brain as we go down the hill. That's definitely not something I want in my brain, thinking about careening down the hill. Sorry, I made a mistake on that one. Let's see here. Karen says, I claimed 131 question mark. Oh, for some reason, one of your emails went to spam and one did not, which is very strange, but I see no claim for 131. Not from you. That was the orange acrylic. But I do see another one from you. Oh, there it is. Reason. I don't know why. One did, the other didn't. Here are these ones in this pinky and purple, light purple, pink color with a little bit of shampoo-y kind of gold mixed in there. I don't know if these are ceramic or glass, but they are nice, whatever they are. And I love these. I love this one. Look at how beautiful that color is. MA134. Was 16. Taking it down to 14 for you. Some of these have a little bit more, a little bit less in them, but just kind of tried to average this stuff out to make a good price in general for all of them. MA130. They're all pretty much a nice full bag. That's how I did it. MA134. I guess I'm going to have to keep an eye on my junk a little more. Let me, because there's no other junk. I haven't cleared out my junk folder in a while. Let's do that right now. That way, I will see the number pop up if somebody goes into junk again. And just a reminder for y'all, if you weren't tuning in the beginning, we have a sale going on in the online store. So at allegorygallery.com, if you use discount code SHOPSMALL, you'll save 20% off everything in the online store. And if you put in the notes section something that you are thankful for or grateful for recently, you'll get a free little gift. We'll give you a little gift with your order. But you have to put it in the notes section. If you don't get the gift. All right. We want to hear what you're thankful for. We want to keep this gratitude, this feeling of thankfulness going. MA 135. We have 2 pairs of these. These are the Peruvian ceramic, $1.50 a pair only. 2 of them available. 2 pairs, I mean. 4 total. 2 pairs, $1.50 a pair. MA 135. They're just a cute little thing. Let me give you a size on those too. So these are about 39 by 29 with the bail. They have a bail built in. Ready to go. They'd be cute little earrings if you wanted. Is that the Texas state flag? I don't know. It looks like something that would be. And the only reason I say that is because we also have these. Peruvian ceramic. MA 136. MA 136, $1.50 a pair. And these are 27.5 approximately by 31.5. MA 136, 1 pair available, $1.50. Suzanne says, I think so. I think so too. I think so. I'm back. I don't know why it keeps cutting out. This weather must be doing something to the internet. The bone color and the blue and green sold out. We still have this purple one left, the pink and purple. So that's MA 134 if you're interested. That one is still available unless my email is not coming in right. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I think the email's working. All right. Now, this is a big, beautiful tiger eye pendant. I have a few of these coming up. Look at that. It's flat on the back, slightly rounded, has a hole at the top. MA 137 was $12, taking it down to 10. I think that's a really good deal because honestly, this should probably be a lot more. These are really beautiful pendants. You're going to see the other ones too. But very good tiger eye. And this is about 37.5 by 59 millimeters. Let me actually get the, I forgot to pull out the ruler today. So that's about 2 3/8 by about 1 5/8. No, 1.5, about 1.5. And that one has sold. Thank you so much. My email is working. Good. MA 138 is this one. Another tiger eye pendant, but in a different look. It's got that grain going. The other Okay, am I back? Something's going on with the Wi-Fi, so I flipped over to the cellular. So I'm going to see if I come back or not. I think I'm back. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. Flipped over to cellular. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi here. It's having issues today. This one is about 2 3/8 by about 1.5. About the same size, I think. MA 138. Michelle says weather does affect the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there in the world. We have fiber internet, but the Wi-Fi seems to be having issues. This is MA 139. This is a long, thin one. Long and thin. Barnaby says it's like me. He's a long, thin boy. Suzanne says, horrible blizzard in the Northeast. Oh boy. See, I should watch the weather maybe more so I know what's going on around, but hopefully I don't think I've gotten any severe weather things lately. Trying to see what's going on. No, it's not saying I'm not getting any severe weather around here, thank goodness. And it's supposed to stop snowing, but it's going to be cold. High of 27 tomorrow. That's not looking great for Small Business Saturday. High of 27. That's what it is now. Gonna have to make sure. I'm definitely going to go up to the cottage tonight. I put a bag of pellets in this morning, but I'm going to make sure that I add more tonight. I think I'm definitely going to have to go up there and do a few things. MA 139 has sold. Thank you so much. MA 140. MA 140 is this bag of vintage plastic in this kind of slightly transparent green, this bright green. You get a lot of those little O's, all different shapes in there. And so this is a little different than the first ones. The first ones were orange too. Let me pull them out so you can see the difference. Suzanne says, I don't think you guys will be affected from this one. That's good. It doesn't look like it. There we go. So those are the two different ones from today. This is 131. And then this was 140. I love them both. I love them both. All right, MA 140, MA 131. And it asks, do you have the ability to do hot cider or cocoa at the store, crock pot or hot plate? We probably could. We probably could. That's maybe a good idea. MA 140. All right. And this one's really cool. This is vegan eggnog, says Suzanne. Maybe. This one is the American Museum of Natural History. It's the centennial. It's an 1869 to 1969 pendant. And it has the, I don't know, the bones, the skeleton as a human one there, and then something else. A horse, a dinosaur, I don't know. But I looked this up, and these are going from anywhere from about $45 to like $50 or $60, and everywhere I found them where they were once available, they have sold out. There were a number of them on eBay. There were some on Etsy, and they were completely sold out. I believe it's bronze, so I priced it at $35 for you all. I don't know if anyone's interested in this, but I think it's a cool thing. And priced it lower than everywhere else I saw it, to give you all a little bonus if you want that. I just think it's such a cool thing. From what I was seeing, it did originally come in a gift box, like a little box that had the Museum of Natural History on it, but we do not have the gift box, so it's just the pendant. Andrew said it is a dinosaur skeleton. Figures, since it's the history, right? Dinosaur, and there's a human grabbing onto it, their skeleton. And so I think it's quite a cool piece of history. And apparently it was given out in 1969, right? So that's a cool thing. Cool thing to add to your collection. 32.5 millimeters approximately by about 37 with the bail. And like I said, everywhere I found it, it said that it was bronze. So MA 141. Looks like they're doing the tango, says Andrew, right? It does. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Charlie says the Natural History Museum pendant is really cool, right? Where are you going to find that? I literally looked for it online for quite a while, and no one has one that I could see. There are none available. They've all been sold out. So if you like that, get it from us. We've got one. We've got one. All right. So now I'm going to show you some of my ceramic pieces. And I don't have the lot numbers made for these yet. So let me do this here. I have a number of little trees, and you're going to see what I mean. And I'm going to start them, I think, at $20. $20 for the smallest one. And this is my little tree. So they are hollow, and you can put a tea light, tea candle. I would use one of the battery ones because some of these are small and I don't think you want the flame up in there constantly. So I would use like one of the battery operated tea lights, and it's just a little tree to decorate with for the holidays. And I don't know if I can give you an idea. There, it would look like a little bit like that. A little bit like that. I just think they're super cute. I made a number of them, so I thought maybe people would like them. I didn't put them, I'm not putting them online yet, because I wanted to show them all to you first and give you all the first dibs, because I know we have people who like to grab my stuff. And this was a brand new shape for me. It is not easy to make a vessel closed this way and open on the bottom. That's totally the opposite. Normally, when you're making a vessel, right, you're making something that, like this, is closed on the bottom, and you're pushing your fingers in it to pull up the edges. But these are completely upside down and kind of backwards from what I normally do. Susie says could also put some incense in there. Yeah, you could burn a little incense in there, right? A little cone. Put the cone on top of the cone. Anna says very cute. Thank you. Karen says cute. Thank you. I love your tree candle holder. Thank you. So that is MA 142. Now I got to find room for these so that I don't break them or knock them over. Let me move a few things around here on my desk. Things are starting to get a little precarious over here, and I don't want that to be the case. Let's move these over here. This over here. This here. I should at least let you look at it while I'm moving things around, right? All right, and let me make the next one MA143. What's the next one? This one. And I'm going to do this one at 22. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more decorated, a little bit more work went into it. This is MA143, $22. Is this little tree? It's on the darker clay. Actually, I think they're both the same clay. Yeah, they're both the same clay. But this one I put slight little star patterns. I don't know if you can see them in the hole. And the glaze slightly changes color as it runs over them. And just, I guess I should tell you, this one's about 3 3/8 inches. The first one was about 3 1/8. So this one's just a little bit bigger, but it has a wider base, slightly wider base. And if I light this one up, it looks something like this. So that's MA143. And MA143 has sold. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's nice that when I make things, people like them. That was one of my favorites too. I like how that glaze came out. Okay. That was 143. MA144. Let's see here. What's the next one? This one's slightly bigger yet. So we're going to make that one 26. MA144. 26. Is this one? Isn't that one fun? I love the color of the glaze on this one. Hello.
Howdy.
MA144. This one is on a light colored one.
This looks like a nightmare in here.
I know. I know. And here's what this one looks like when it's lit up.
There you go. See you.
You out of here?
Yeah, it is nice and warm in here.
I don't even have the heater on, I don't think. Is the heater on?
I have the heater going on downstairs when all the cats are huddled around it.
Yeah, the heater's off even.
Except for Barnaby, he's sitting outside the door.
He's waiting to get in. Little boy. That poor little boy.
Everybody else is sitting around the heater downstairs. Is there something by your right foot?
Oh. Yeah. Where'd that come from? To put it with the other ones.
This one's sealed up.
Yeah, they're downstairs on the bench.
That looks nice.
Thanks. And it says really pretty colors. I like this one. I like
kind of southwestern.
this one. I think I did kind of swirls, and you can kind of see where it broke over the swirls. MA144.
When you say broke, you mean it just went on it?
Huh? It changes colors. It goes over it. Yeah, and then it breaks down into different colors, different patterns. MA144. In 145, I'm going to do this one at 26 as well. Hey, Ann. It says, hey, GB fam, forgot it was a weeknight. I know, right? I almost did too. This one's more dome-like than tree-like, but it's a different shape. MA145. And this one, if you put the tea light candle in there, looks like that. And I really like this pretty blue-brown color. Spaceship, says Anna, right? Kind of does, like a rocket ship. MA145, $26. I really, really like these so much. I really do. I was very pleased with how these turned out. That was MA145, MA146. And then this one, that one's going to be 28. It's the more ornate one. MA146 is this one. Is this one. I tried to do all different colors so that if you bought more than one, they'd all be, they'd all kind of sit together. They coordinate kind of together, but they'd look different. I don't like when everything's all the same. We've just sold 145 and 146. Thank you so much. I think my email's been jammed up or something. So 143, this one has sold. 145 has sold, which is the domed one. And 143 has sold, which is this one. So thank you so much, everybody. That is the last tree that I have. So let me see. 142 is still available. That would be this one. So that one is still available. 143, 144. 144. Oh, and this one, I'm surprised. These two are now still available. 142 and 144. All right. And then, what was the last one? 146. 147. Sue says, that's what I was thinking, Anna, like vintage sci-fi graphics, right? That's pretty cool. All right, MA147 is this beautiful, beautiful purple little bowl cup, teacup. I don't know, whatever you want to use it for. I just think it came out such a pretty color. And so this one is about 3¼ inches by overall about 2½. Anna says, that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed making this one. It was just such a cute little thing. Cute little thing. And it's a perfect size for like a little warm cup of tea. It's nice to hold. MA147, $28. And MA148. This one, and the size on this again. 147 just sold. Thank you so much. All right, and this one, which is, I think, very possibly one of my favorite pieces I've made so far. Let me show you. It's this. Let me raise this up a little bit. It's a little bit bigger. I love this so much. This bowl, MA148, $32. I was so pleased with how this came out. It's just such, I don't know, there's something about it. I love the color. It's so retro. I love how the color came out on this. This glaze, I think it's called green opal. If I would have used a lighter clay on this, it comes out almost like bright green like this. Like it's very close to like this when you use a lighter clay. But because I used a darker clay, it came out with this beautiful retro looking color that I am just a smitten kitten with. I love it so much. Andrew says, nice and thin, looks like matcha green tea. It is, and it got the edges so nice and thin, and they curve up, and it has a nice little bit. I left a little bit of weight in the bottom so that it doesn't rock. Susie says the sound while you handle is fabulous, right? We're gonna do a singing bowl here. And it just, I left the bottom a little bit heavy so that because it is thin, I didn't want it to be topsy-turvy, right? I didn't want there to be no weight, but it sits nice. It's a little bit heavy to move around so that it doesn't, you don't knock it around. I like when something is thin, when I'm just getting to the point where I'm getting better at getting things thin at the top like this. And I'm always afraid that if it gets knocked over, it's going to break or crack easily. So I like to have a little bit of weight to the bottom so that there's less of a chance of it, taking a tumble. But this is MA 148, probably my favorite piece of pottery I've made. I don't know, maybe. I just love it. Student says MA 145, color and shape-wise, has a very retro vibe. That one was claimed. Very retro, right? So we were talking about in the class, how it's like an old-fashioned kind of vibe. Old-fashioned Christmas tree vibe. Anna asks, who's buying it? I don't know. If nobody buys this, it's going to be sad. I'm going to put it in the online store. Maybe it'll go there. Anne says, what a great shape. I love this shape. I was so proud of myself. It's not all the time that you actually, when you make something and you're just proud of yourself that you came up with it and you did it. That is how I felt on this one. And that one has been claimed. Thank you so much. MA 148. I'm going to have to make another one of those for myself if I can. I'm not great at making the same thing again, but I might try and make more of these because I just love it so much. Susie says, I love it. Thank you. All right. What do we have next? I'm going to have to run and get more paper, I think. I have a few slips left, but we're going to move on to some of Andrew's artistry now. MA 149. Anna says, LOL, I was too slow. It was there for a while. You gotta act quick, right? But thank you. I'm glad you all liked it so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, $8. 8 of these available. $8 each. This is Andrew's polymer clay. These are the newest, and look at these beauties. Look at these. MA 149. Look at those. Anna says, I know I gave someone time to love it too. Look at how beautifully these are decorated. He really went all out on these. MA 149, only $8 each. These will be a $12 one if they go into the online store, just so you know. They're the size. And it says MA 149, the color is so luminous and vibrant. These are amazing. He did such a great job on these. MA 149, $8 each only. That's a lot of work for $8. Get your claims in now, because those will not be at $8 very long. These are about 1 3/8, or in millimeters, it's about 36.5. MA 149. Anna's asking, what flower inspired these? Andrew says they're all hand painted. He painted them all by hand. Every little piece separately painted by hand. MA 149. We've sold one of these so far. There are 7 still available. I'm surprised these are not flying off the shelf, so to speak. Andrew said, I tried to make the background look like a shell. It's that pinky shell color. Beautiful flower. I don't know what the flower inspired or what that flower is, if it's an actual flower or if it's just a creation of Andrew's. But they are beautiful. Get the light back up here again. MA 149. All right, let those sit as I make up the next one here. Andrew says, I can't remember. I think it's based off of a hellebore, but I didn't paint them like that. They're not painted like a hellebore. Kind of look like an orange blossom. They do look like an orange blossom. Sold another one of those. There are 6 of them remaining. MA 150. There are 8 of these as well. Norma says looks like a dogwood to her. You can see that. Bring this down a little bit. This is the octopus coin. These come in at about 24 millimeters, or just about an inch. Andrew's octopus. These ones usually sell very well when he does the little octopus. Everybody loves them. This is MA 150. Let me get the light over here. Look at those. Nice little pendants. Beautiful color on those. It starts with the pink, and then he adds the hand-painted octopus in kind of a goldy metallic. Andrew says dogwoods have 4 petals usually and a dot at the tips. See, I didn't know. I don't know dogwoods very well. All right. MA 151. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Andrew said those were based off of an old coin. He thinks it's a Greek drachma. Greek drachma coin. MA 151. Beth, our neighbor, has a pink dogwood. I guess she does, huh? I forgot about that. This is a beautiful cloud scene. Sorry, dehydrating here. Let me get a drink. All right, there we go. That's a little better. MA 151. These beautiful clouds. I love this kind of peachy color he's got going on. It starts with the pink clay and adds the kind of bronzer on top. Almost makes it a peachy vibe. MA 151. Andrew says we have dogwoods at the cottage too. They're on the wood line near the one neighbors with the young kids. I have to be more observant in the spring when they bloom. Let me make up this. MA 152. There are 6 of these coming up. How's everybody doing out there? Hanging in there? Anybody hanging in there? MA 152. These look like trilliums. Look at those. Again, all hand painted. Each one, each petal, each leaf. Andrew said the clouds are based off of Asian depictions of clouds. I could see that, definitely. This is MA 152. These are the trillium. Do y'all have trilliums around you? We're lucky enough to have them here. I guess they're hard to transplant, and they're planted by ants. Ants carry the seeds around and plant the flowers. Andrew says, yep, trilliums. I love trillium. When we were renting from my aunt, she had these all over her woods, and we'd go out in the spring and look at them all as they bloomed. This is MA 152. 6 of them available. Super pretty. We've sold 1 of those so far, 1 less, so 5 available. Anna asks, I'm working on stringing a necklace. Do you have any small garnet rounds? 4mm or a little bigger or smaller? Faceted rounds or just smooth rounds, Anna? Because we can look. I'll probably be going to the cottage tonight. Send me an email and I can take a look either tonight or tomorrow when I'm up there. And Suzanne says, no trilliums here. Love trilliums. They're so pretty. Come in different colors. Whites. These are like the white ones. Pinks and reds. Love seeing the red ones pop up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Smooth. Smooth might be harder. I know I have some various shaped faceted garnets, but I don't know about rounds. I have to look, see what we've got. Okay, MA153. Andrew said some of the red trilliums are called painted trilliums. They do look painted, right? Here we have this beautiful tree, like a tree in the fall or a tree in the winter or a tree in the spring just starting to come back. This beautiful pink background like a sunrise. Andrew said the pink ones sometimes are the white ones that are faded. Nice. MA153. We have 11 of these. We've sold 1 so far, 10 of them still available. These ones are around about 1 1/8 inches, or in millimeters, that's about 28.3. Signed and dated by Andrew on the back. MA153. All right, let me see. I think I'm out of paper. So I gotta run to the other room. I'll be right back. Take a look at those, take a breather, and I'll be right back with more pendants by Andrew. Okay. Back again. Let me cut up some little papers. Okay, Andrew says I was going to try and do these like shell cameos, but it'd take forever to carve each one. Yeah, it would. Yes, it would. Sound effect day. We've got lots of sound effects today. Paper cutting now. How about that? Alrighty. So that was MA153, MA154. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these ones. Okay. $54 coming up, everybody. Coming up. All right. These are really cool, by the way. Hello again.
Albert was trying to come in.
I know. He tried to sneak in on me, too. Ooh. How much are those?
I don't know if I should. And then these ones, I didn't do the antiquing glaze. So I didn't know if people still want them. I think some of the cats stole some of the brown ones.
So these are the same color, just one's antiqued?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What do you think on them?
I don't know. Maybe ask the people.
Ask the people. All right.
Gonna sell them in pairs, but I don't know.
Don't have pairs.
Yeah, because of your children.
MA154. Look at these ones.
This design I call Love Exponential.
Love Exponential.
I used to make these in silver.
Yeah. I remember the silver ones.
I don't think we have any more.
Mm-mm. Did you do these in bronze too?
Maybe recently, but not a long time ago. Everything was in silver a long time ago.
Yeah. MA154, $8 each. Oh, he made it in after all. Hello, Gilbert. Caught, snatched. 25 millimeters, which is just about an inch. MA154. What do y'all think of those? Love Exponential. I love this design. And it says, would love a metal one of these. I don't know if you're going to get a metal one of these in anytime soon.
You never know.
He says, you never know. We've sold one of these so far. We have 7 of them left.
I kind of painted these to be kind of metallic.
Yeah, they do look like a bronzy.
They're kind of a pain in the butt.
There's a lot of painting, a lot of different colors, a lot of little.
The cats keep stealing my small paintbrushes. So
Michelle says, love them. Okay. Let's see. This one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the next one coming up. Gilbert. Gilbert. He's talking over there. He says this isn't talking. It's a warning. Uh-oh, I sense a hiss building up.
at least a sigh.
At least a sigh, right? Dale says, are those small enough to wear as earrings? Any of these pretty much could be earrings. They're so light.
Made them into earrings.
But
the
these
original were earrings.
Yeah, the original were silver earrings. These are only an inch and they're super light. So no problem with earrings on those. These MA155 are the owls.
That's based off an old coin also.
Is that an Athena owl?
Yes.
Yes. I love the owl. The owl has so much texture to it. And big eyes. It's got those big eyes.
So it's not like the one that most people think of. Like the unicorn owl.
Yeah.
But there's another one that they did.
Let's see. So far we've sold 2 of these. Dale says, hope so. Ordered 2. Oh, definitely. You're not going to have any problems with those. These are they're polymer clay. They're super light. Yeah, super light. Barely weigh anything.
Yeah, sometimes if you're making them not into earrings, you have to weight your stuff down.
Yeah, if you're just using them, try to use them as a pendant. Sometimes they're too light. You got to put something behind them or weigh them close to the pendant, weigh them down.
Use a bead in between. It's kind of heavier.
Let's see here. We've sold 2 of these so far. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. Like I said, pretty much any of these, some of them are a little bit large in size, but any of them would be perfectly weight fine for earrings. If you like the larger earrings, no problem. These are easy to make into earrings. Who you grabbing? Oh, it's a Tallulah. It's a white sock baby. MA 156.
Trying to avert her eyes so she doesn't see anything, so that she doesn't try to steal stuff.
Steal stuff. Look at these butterflies.
She's getting disgruntled at me because I'm announcing it on the TV.
Uh-huh. Look at these butterflies. MA 156. These are super fun. That brilliant kind of bronzy orange color on the butterfly for the wings with that pink background, antiqued. MA 156. We have 5 of these only available. Those look like a lot of work. 5 of these available, and we've sold 156. We've sold 3 of them. No, 1 of them so far. Well, my eyes. 1 of them so far. We have 4 of them available. These will make beautiful earrings too. Check that out. And again, these are the $8 prices. All of these will go up to either 10 or 12 if they make it to the online store. So the ones I put up there today at 10, if you get the 20% sale that we have going on using discount code SHOPSMALL, you'll still get them for 8, but the $12 ones are no longer in the $8 price range, right? A little bit higher. So you're getting a good deal on these, and you get first dibs on all of them for watching the live. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
How many people are watching?
Right now we have 15 people or so.
Mm.
We were up to about 22 at one point. Oops, I didn't write this first. MA 157, $8, and 1, 2, 6 of these. You got a little snuggle bunny over there.
She don't like to cuddle.
He's got her wrapped up in his sweater with him.
Yeah, that's because it's chilly. She just wants to go down and steal.
Tallulah.
Unless it's hard.
She's closing her eyes in there. She gonna get sleepy?
Her eyes aren't closing nothing.
She was. Oh.
That was just one getting squinty.
Oh.
Got knocked in the face.
Oh no.
Well, you know, you have to push its head back inside, so.
MA 157. What is this design?
It's an old English rose motif from like the Tudor time.
Ah, English rose from the Tudor times.
Could be making that up.
MA 157. I love this color palette. These pinks and oranges and kind of bronzy colors.
I'm trying to make it look kind of like these cameos.
This was some of his inspiration.
For the color palettes.
The color palettes. So that was kind of the inspiration there. Color palettes. Trying to make them look like those. It's
I was gonna do it in the I don't have time for this.
Carving them all out.
Yeah, I had an idea that I was gonna carve some of them and then cut it out and then glue them on with a liquid polymer and fuse them on. And I probably could do it relatively quickly if I got into like a rhythm. But I don't have my X-Acto knives are hard things to come by in this household.
Those X-Acto knives end up disappearing. MA158 are these.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one of those. I saved one of my favorites for last. I had a number of favorites in this grouping. But these are the bees. And I don't know if you can tell, he painted the backs a very kind of golden color. And it really sets off differently than the rest of the pendant. I don't know if you can see that under this light though.
The wings are slightly iridescent blue.
They're very pretty. They look like insect wings for sure. So this is MA158. There are 8 of these available. Ooh, signed and dated on the back. Who doesn't like a bee? I love bees. Like the bees?
That's off an old coin also, but it looks different because I painted them.
Mm-hmm. They look good. They like glow. I don't think you can see this on the camera very well. See if I can bring it down. But their little butts are glowing. They're really good. MA158. All right. Our friend Rashawn was out there for a second. If you're still out there or not, Rashawn.
Probably working.
Probably. Works hard for the money. MA159. Okay, these I don't know. We don't know what to price these, y'all. Help us out.
If anybody says free, they're going to get banned for the rest of the night.
Andrew's going to get the ban button out. So these, y'all said you wanted some rounds from Andrew to match. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these available. And these are some like glitter rounds.
And I use the one clay that's supposed to, they look different when it's spread flat as opposed to in a round.
So what do you think these should be priced at, everybody, per bead? Give us some hints. What do you think these should be? Help us out. As Andrew said, you say free, you get banned for the night. He's not up for the jokes tonight.
No, it's just annoying. That's like if we were like pricing stuff at the store or a show, and if somebody doesn't find a price tag, there's always some dad that comes in and is like, "This must be free.
Must mean it's free.
There's no price."
Right?
And then I'm like, "Ha ha! I've never heard that before.
Never.
So funny.
Never ever." These are about 13.5 millimeters. They're all a little different. This one's 12.5. So
Some people they say, "Oh, this is the size of this must be for a baby." And then I said, "Surprise! It's not a bracelet. It's beads."
Right. So these are about anywhere from about 13 to 14 or so. Michelle suggesting $2 each. What's everyone else think? What do y'all think? So we have this one, and then we have MA160.
82.50.
And then we have this one, which is the same clay and beads, just not antiqued. Anna says, I think you could do $3 to $4 per bead. Thomas just joined. Hello. Says, what's happening? We're selling beads, or we're getting an idea of what people think. we should sell these for? Thomas Scheck. So we have, this is the same one, except this one is antiqued and this one is not. So what do we think? We've had $2 each. We've had $3 to $4 each. I was tending toward about $3 each in my mind. What do you think, Andrew?
Maybe $1.50.
What? $1.50? Okay, well.
I think it was a mistake bringing this cat in here.
Why?
It's squirming around
Squirming
somewhere.
around.
She wants to get loose and look at all the stuff she can steal.
Susan said, I'm thinking $3 per bead. Are you undercutting yourself, Andrew?
Probably. Who's gonna buy it? You can always offer. That's it.
There you go.
Pay what you want. Minimum price.
Minimum price.
Hey, y'all wanna go show this? Did we show these
What is that?
before the holidays are over?
Oh, okay. Anna says, I prefer the antiqued, but I can see that the shiny has real appeal.
I do have to seal with the shiny one. So that's just, I have to do that. And it'll make it a little less shiny. But, you know, the other thing is I can scrub them real hard and whatever sticks. But I don't like to do that.
Anna says, what about $2.50 or 2 for $4?
So $2.
It'd be $2 for 4 of them.
Did anybody claim any?
Oh no, 2 of them. No one claimed any because we haven't given a price.
Maybe $2.
$2 each?
I'd give myself a bonus.
Or $2.25 each?
Nah.
$2
If
each.
they don't sell, then nobody wants it. Just throw it in the river. Then Tallulah can follow.
All right, there's the final price, y'all, for now. $2 each.
Throw the baby out with the bath water.
MA 159 and MA 160. Look at that one glowing. And again, they're all around, somewhere around 12 to 14 millimeters. They're all handmade. They coordinate well with some of the pendants. If you've gotten any of the pendants this color or in these colors.
I doubt she'll be asking to come back in anytime soon.
So there's those, MA 159 and 160. All right. Thomas, have you joined us before? I feel like I know your name from somewhere. We've just sold 2 of the 159s. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to put these away, and we're going to bring out Andrew as a kit. I'm going to show you. Gesundheit.
Thanks.
MA 161. You want to do 24 on this kit?
How much is it? Yeah,
24. MA.
People may have it already,
Yeah, I don't know.
if you want.
Anybody got this already?
I tried to bribe people to make donations to customers, but I did it too late, so nobody did it.
Yeah, that was a. They didn't get as much this year, right?
No, I think it's because they're doing a capital campaign on their own.
Mm.
So they didn't push that one as far.
Okay. Boy, this kit is chock full of goodies.
Which is kind of disappointing because usually they're top 3, and I think they're like 20th place this year.
Oh boy. Yeah, I know they usually are in the top few. So you get these. These are vintage check glass, little triangles. And that is approximately an 8-inch strand of those. Thomas says, no, first time. Okay. Your name just seems familiar. Thank you for joining us. And then we have these beads. These are vintage check glass as well. And these are an 8-inch strand too. Let me get you the size on these beads too here. So these are about 12.5 millimeters by about 16.5. And then these are about 16.8 by 16. And then you got these big crystals. These are glass. Glass, you got them in those shapes here. So about 17 millimeters by about 25 for those 3. And then you got more clear ones here in this shape, faceted. And these are about 22 by about 22. So you get those. Then I love these. They're almost velvety-like.
They used to call that velvet.
Did they?
Red velvet.
Red velvet. They look like it. So you get the larger red velvet glass, check glass, right?
No, that's not.
No, that's not check.
Chinese crystal.
Chinese crystal. And the red velvet.
They put it on top of a core, which makes them glow. So they take transparent red and then layer that on top of a core, and it makes it look even more juicy.
Yeah, they're very juicy looking.
I love those. Those are one of the first colors that came out in Chinese crystal.
Oh, really?
And I remember they used to sell those. They called it ruby crystal.
Ruby crystal.
And it was super expensive.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And then you get these foil beads. I've got the inner foil in there with a clear. And then you get these little squares. And then are these S-word crystal rounds? These rondelles?
Mm-hmm.
So that's S-word crystal in those.
Vintage.
Vintage S-word crystal. European crystal. Anna said, those are the Chinese red beads I was looking for during total requests.
They are.
And they are. You can grab a kit, right?
I don't have any strands of that.
No, the strands are cut up. And then this is an AG fine pewter, kind of the rope toggle.
I never had those for like a lot. I never had a lot of those.
So that's the whole kit. There are, how many of them are there? I counted them and then I didn't write it down. There are 5 of these available. 5 of those available, $24 each. I think that's a really good deal.
Yeah, I tried real hard to bribe the people to make the donation to Touchstone. Oh, Touchstone just came out with their 5-day classes.
I saw you shared that earlier today, but I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Of course, Barbara McFadden's going to be there.
Oh, your friend.
I know, I want to go and just hang out.
Just go and hang out.
I don't think the other students. I mean, I learned stuff.
Say, I'm here to audit the class.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, like, what's the
He's like, don't I get to? Should
What
get
do I get out of this?
should get a class every once in a while.
Like, I have to pay money for this. Let's put this for the class.
Right? Anna says, I got some strands from Glass Garden in the day, and always look for them. Got a kit. Thank you. We've sold 3 of these kits so far.
She Glass Garden, she don't sell any more beads like that.
There are 2 of these kits left only.
2008.
All right, now I've got some mixes here, some luxury bead blends. Oh, are those the same? No, those are the same. How much for these?
$6 a bag. The 1990 prices.
1990 price. What was it? MA161, MA162, $6 a bag. 2 bags available.
Bags of 12. Bags of 12.
Bags of 12. These metal beads. Look how cool these are. Uh-oh. That one's sticking together.
The plating, or that got locked together?
It got locked together.
Give it to me. I can fit it.
You're probably better at it than me. MA162. These are beautiful, super light, but they have. Thank you. They're super light.
The filigree beads, when those were super popular.
Yeah.
And everybody was trying to experiment with what beads you could do, the Barbara Lewis immersion technique.
For the enameling.
And they enameled on these. I don't know how well they held up over the years, but
these are about 23 millimeters, and they are super nice. The hole goes through the center, super light, like pretty much non-existent, and so great for earrings. If you wanted to enamel on them, you could try enameling on them. But great for either in a necklace or in earrings. You could string them together. Do something like this. And put some beads in between. Ooh, wouldn't those look great with the... Oh, wait. Those red velvets in between. Where are you, red velvets? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I bet. Like, look how pretty those would be. Maybe I should use the smaller ones, but I wanted to show you size, just to show you color. Look how pretty those are together. Those are really nice colors together. So that's MA162, only $6 a bag. Those are the old prices, the 90s prices.
it literally is.
He's like, literally is.
The old stickers on the bag.
Look, there it is. $6.
I don't know if it's more or less now, but that's what I paid for it. I don't know if you have interest in that.
Oh, let's see.
Blackfire linen. That was real popular too. Lorelai and Aaron, they wrote a book, and everybody and their mother was trying to get the wax linen. I had to track down the distributor in Ohio to carry it, and they at first were like, "You want this for what?" Like beads. And they're like, "We sell this for like upholstery."
Did you start a trend, Andrew?
I don't think I didn't start it, but I did find who the manufacturer was, because I didn't want to buy onesie twosie.
Yeah. All right, so let's try these. MA. How much do we sell those for? I can't even remember.
I think they're like $2 in the store.
I think that's what I was thinking too.
As much as a bead cost.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a different color.
The blue one.
Yeah, there's one
Looks like a real pale
denim.
gray.
Yeah. There's 5 of these. And I think these 2 meters or 3 meter lengths.
That's been raptured from my mind.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm guessing 2 meters, so 6 feet.
6 feet. Let's take one out and see.
Whoa. You better wrap it up good.
Let's see. Oh, I'm not going to see. We're just going to let that go. I used to wrap these.
You can always tell who did it because it's you do it on your 3 fingers in the middle.
3 fingers
Or
twist.
2 finger. Wait, is it 2 fingers or 3 fingers? I think two fingers.
This would be 2 for me.
I think it was 2 fingers. You could always tell who did it because the sizes of them would be different.
Mm-hmm.
And we had somebody who worked for us who had like child-sized hands, and I think she had to use 3 fingers
To do it.
because her fingers were so small.
So this is Irish waxed linen or waxed Irish linen. And it's great for knotting because it holds the knots.
Yeah, if you get a knot on that, it's nigh impossible to take out.
Yeah.
And I think it's 4-ply, but I can't remember. It's been at least a decade since I did that, so.
Yeah, it's either 3 or 4 ply usually we bought.
There was little thick ones, and then there was little thin ones, so I don't remember. It goes away.
It goes away. It all goes away. All right, that was 163. Anybody interested in that? You like the waxed Irish? Have you ever used the waxed Irish linen?
Some people don't like it. Some people say that the feel of it makes their skin quiver with disgust. But I like it.
It all depends what you're using it for, right?
I used to make.
It's a slightly lighter color. One of
make these mobiles with sea glass that I found and driftwood, and it knotted really well.
Is there still one of those in the guest room?
I don't know if the cats took it down.
I think it's still in there.
Sometimes they have a hateful heart. So.
Anne says, I used waxed linen a lot. I love it. It's easy to knot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
I think it looks good on your projects, too.
Yeah.
Some people don't like the way it drapes, and that it's a natural fiber. So, that's the thing. Is some people, they want it to last for all eternity.
Yeah.
So they want to use the braided steel. And some people don't want to have, they want to have more natural. So that's a good alternative to beading wire. I like it. I just don't use it as much.
We've got people going into spam again. Don't know why it's doing that to us.
It's Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I know. I shouldn't be surprised. So we've sold some 163. What is 163? That was the Irish linen. Some of that. We've sold 164, and this is 165. And says, I always want natural color wax linen, but it's always sold out everywhere.
I probably have some somewhere. I'll look.
You might have some at the store.
Maybe.
I thought I had some natural. Nobody ever wanted the natural.
Yeah, because then they're afraid it's going to get dirty.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Did somebody say that they wanted ear wires before? I have a vague recollection of people saying they wanted ear wires during the pull request.
Ear wires. We sold some of the
When is this
165.
I think those are the same. So you
They
can
look like the same. What are they? $8 a pair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't want to sell it one a piece because then you end up with like a wonkadoodle. And if I want to make earrings, then it's like real weird.
Yeah, why would anybody buy one? I guess if you just have one ear.
Maybe you go with a pearl earring.
Maybe.
She only got the one side pierced.
MA 166.
So there are the scandal of it.
A scandal.
Okay, you can do these two.
And says, I said ear wires during Total Request Live.
Wish granted.
Wish granted.
Just delayed response.
Right. So let's, oops. Come on, get open here.
Ooh, I love these ones.
Says these are mine.
Okay.
Hold on. Let go, let go. Okay. All right, so I don't know how many pairs we have here. Let me take them out and see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4.5 pairs. Now let's see if the other half's in this other bag. See, there isn't one. There is one all by itself.
One of the little things broke. And I think so. That might be why. Or we bought it by the gram or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, so there's one odd one out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs.
Here, you can give me the weirdo one. I'll put you in the fire.
Melt you down.
No, it's a don't.
Okay, so these look like, and these are sterling, right?
The silver one.
Sterling silver. They've got this little kind of natural little, almost like a cone on the, like a pine cone looking thing. Seed pod.
That's Hill Tribe.
Hill Tribe silver. MA 166. $8 a pair. 8 pairs available.
This was bought a while ago, and the price of silver was down.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, it's down, it's down, it's down. You should buy it. It's 30 something a thing."
He's like, that's not very down.
It's down from yesterday, but it's not. They made it sound like but they also sold silver, so they're trying to make it sound like it's now's the time to buy.
Now's the time to buy.
When it's like almost double what it was.
Yeah.
Gold
They start making noise like that. You got to watch because maybe it will be going down right after. They're trying to get you to buy it now instead of when it does go down.
To lock the price in.
To make more money.
Yeah, you know.
Sandra says they look like stainless steel.
They're not.
They're not. They are silver.
Who said that?
Sandra.
No.
Nope. They are silver.
They're from, we've been buying from that vendor for probably 20 years.
Yeah. Oops, let me put these in a bag.
One time he told me the story about how much he did at the show. And I said, "Big what?" And he said he made $88,000.
$88,000.
Yeah, beach show.
We have never made $8,000 at any of our bead shows.
Because we used to play darts after the bead shows.
Oh, so he'd get talking.
So you hear stuff that you maybe don't want to know about things. But he said he did 88,000. The other dude, he said he had a slow show. He did 40,000.
Oh my!
But that's back in the days of milk and honey.
Right.
I have never done. We would be like delighted if we made like 3,000. One time I did the most I've ever done at a show was when I was helping somebody else, and I made 12,000 for them. And I was about to pass out at the end of that.
You worked hard for that money.
Yeah, and it was a long show, so it wasn't. So sometimes, see, here's the thing. Sometimes you have a short show and you make less money, but sometimes you have a really long show and you make less per day when you factor it all up. Because some of those shows are like that's the most that I've ever made on my own, but I know that some of the other shows is more.
Okay, this is also silver. MA 167. Look at these beauties.
And
These are
packed
thick
with
wire.
Tarnish, so then that's probably why they're so bright.
These are nice. It's like a thick silver. That's good. These feel good. MA 167. They don't feel like dainty, which is good too. But these feel a little substantial. Good size, good weight, nice and smooth. MA 167. We've sold 4 pairs of the 166. Thank you so much. These are a nice basic 167. I should put this in. Sandra says, I hate the dainty ones. They have a place, right? But people always complain if they're too dainty, they're hard to get in and out of your ears, or
if it's too thick.
Or if it's too thick, right?
They have this small size ear hole.
And sometimes they bend them when they pull them out. They're too small.
Well, that's user error.
Anne says, Sandra, yes, sometimes they are flimsy. These are not. These are good quality.
That's Vermeil and then the Sterling on there. That's from that same vendor. Yeah, some of them, the old guard of the show, if you got them in the room together, they start reminiscing. You find out all kinds of stuff. For better or for worse.
Some of the things you don't want to know.
Yeah, like one of them, they were talking about one of the vendors and how she wouldn't wash her clothes. And
is it superstition?
I don't know what it was, but she had like this outfit that she would wear to all the bead shows, and she never washed it.
Oh.
So after doing the shows for however many years, it got frightful.
Oh. Yeah, I know.
She ended up getting kicked out of that show. And they said it was for something else.
Yeah, you can't tell somebody that they...
Because from not washing their clothes.
they don't smell good.
That's one of those things like you have to be real, like, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but at the same time.
Oh, these are nice too. Let's see how many of these we've got. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I have another baggie of them over here. We've sold 4 pairs of the 167 as well.
Yeah, eventually we're going to do the niobium.
Yeah,
One of these days.
that's exciting.
Basically, when the technology becomes obsolete, then we'll,
once everyone starts doing it, then we'll jump in there. 1, 2.
I did see
3.
this guy. He's starting to teach niobium and titanium. I was like, oh,
4, 5, 9, 10. There are 10 of these ones. Yeah, of course. Every time we start and think we're going to do something, up pops people who are...
Well, the thing is that they have a little bit more money, so they can do stuff faster.
Yeah, we can't. We got to work for it.
That's the story of our life. I found another 3D printer for cheap, and I was all like thinking about it real hard.
Well, look at these stamped 925 on that tiny little thing.
I'm not doing that. You know that I need to start hallmarking my stuff a little bit better so that people don't just throw it into the trash when I'm dead.
Or melt it down.
No, it's fine if you melt stuff down. I don't care. It's not.
It's like, just don't get rid of it.
But don't sell it for like $1.
This is MA168. These are nice too. These have a nice feel to them. They're a little bit tough. They're not flimsy. They've got a little bit of spring there to them.
It's
nice
not
size.
Stainless.
It's no. It's.
But you know, I don't mind a stainless one.
No, stainless is really good for people with allergies. Some people are allergic to silver.
Sterling.
No, but
I like sterling though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, who doesn't like the sterling?
There's some people that are like, oh, I just don't like the color of it.
Of course, we got more going to the junk. Gotta
Because it's
retrain
Mercury.
this. Gotta retrain this Mercury. What are you doing to me, Mercury?
Do you have your blue chalcedony?
Not on me.
Well, there you
Here,
go.
right here. Let's wave it around here. That's blue chalcedony, right? Gonna wave it
You
around.
can't see it.
Wave it around. Wave it around. Yeah, this is a bracelet Andrew made.
Did I make that?
I didn't make that.
Let me see. Hold it up.
It
Oh,
has.
yes, I did.
It has that gold vermeil.
I got raptured.
Anna says I make my own niobium ones.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the anodizer? You know, I don't like making earwire.
I don't know how. How do you make an
Go watch
earwire?
one of Jen's tutorials.
Whose?
Jen.
Oh, those kind. I can make those.
Like the French style earwire. You can't do bald head pins with niobium though.
No,
Because it scorches the metal.
not good.
And then you have to remove the surface oxide by abrasion. And if you think I'm going to hand sand one at a time, that's not going to happen.
He's like, nope. That's a nope.
A hard pass. But it would be nice to have somebody make them because I don't want to make them.
Anne says, I always claim I'm going to make my own ear wires, but I never do.
I don't like it.
That's like jump rings. Like you say you can make your own jump rings, and they're not. We have
3 jump rings.
I was going to say we have multiple jump ring makers, but we still going to go for that pack of jump rings already done.
You know what? The goal was when Barb retired from her other job, she was supposed to go and work in the sweatshop. But then that dang cute baby came along. And
I
she
know.
had to move across to another whole place.
Yeah.
So that's where that went. Hey, Charlie, you want to come make jump rings? Or Cindy, she was nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Are they watching?
I have not seen Charlie. Hasn't said anything since that Natural History Museum pendant, so I don't think.
Been a while.
Yeah, I don't think they're still watching.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anna says no. I just buy the wire in the color I want already.
Yeah, we got an anodizer.
We got the whole setup.
I also got some sheet too.
Yeah, niobium sheet.
And I just need time to do stuff. Though I'm gonna do it when I have the other benches set up so I don't cross contaminate. If I be sawing stuff, there's gonna be little flecks of niobium in the sterling. And
Oh, this is a hook toggle.
You thought that's an ear wire?
At first, I thought it was an ear wire. I was like, "That's a thick."
Yeah,
I was like, "That is a thick ear wire." This is a $10. I was like, also, why is it more? Because it's a toggle.
It's a clasp.
There's only one of these available.
What's the clasp?
Clasp.
Yeah, toggle is just the circle and the T-bar.
So this is a hook clasp.
And you have to do it at the right angle.
Yeah.
And if you want it, if it's too loose, you take your pliers and you squish it just a little bit.
Don't go crazy.
Because then it won't come off.
So this is a sterling silver.
One time I went shopping with one of my friends, and they put some earrings on, and they didn't listen to this Indian lady. She was talking to her, and she just went on ahead and put them earrings on. And the Indian lady was trying to tell her that they don't come off easy because it's a screw back.
Oh.
And she put that in, and she locked them in place and started crying when they wouldn't come off. And they were super duper heavy too. I said, "What did you do?"
What did you do?
Oh well, bless their heart.
MA169, there's only one of these. First come, first serve, and it has sold. Thank you so much.
That lady was so disgusted. She saw her coming into the booth and she knew she wasn't gonna sell nothing, and then she gonna lock that stuff on her face and then start crying. And she was so exasperated. She could not wait until we left. Well, I feel you.
Right?
I'm tired too.
We all feel you.
Mm-hmm.
MA170. We've all had those people at the booth before.
Well, I learned not to go shopping with that person anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're a delightful person, but shopping is like how you call difficult.
Difficult.
Like I have because we're shopping for this store, so I have kind of like bullet points that I shop, and I know how to shop a booth. Like I know where people put the sale stuff. I know where people put the stuff that's like the most expensive stuff.
Yeah, and you've got intention.
And I also have intuition, so I know where there's like all this stuff that's hidden. So I can shop a booth real quick. But some people don't want to look at every single thing. I said, we never gonna make it. There's 500 booths, and we at booth 2.
Booth 2.
And it's been 2 hours. And so we gonna it's not gonna happen.
These are sterling stamped 925 down there. I don't know if you can see that. I can't even zoom in on that. And these are, look at these. They look, I don't know what they call these, but they look like a little fish to me.
Almond.
They're an almond
or
shape.
marquee.
Marquee.
If you want to be fancy.
You can do this. They look like a little fish. Marquee. $6 a pair only. That's a deal.
When I think of marquee, I think of the signs. Like a marquee.
Oh, yeah. Like a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
So this is MA170. We have 8 pairs available at $6 each. We have sold 3 so far, so we're down to 5 pairs available. Thank you so much. We've got more coming for you here.
I don't know if we're going to go to Tucson this year.
Don't know.
Because I have a bunch of residencies around that time.
Yeah, you're going to be away most of the time.
Mm-hmm. And I can't be away another 2 weeks.
No.
Basically, I just move out. Me and the cats and pack up.
You taking my cats too?
Mm-hmm. You have to sing a song about how I packed up the minivan with the cats in tow.
That's going to be me singing that?
The Bead Boy Blues.
The Bead Boy Blues. Left Alone.
You probably like it.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why do you always think I just enjoy myself without everybody?
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh my, you didn't have to share the bed.
I don't share the bed anyway. What do you... I always get yelled at for not sharing anyway. What's the difference?
See, already better.
Already
Maybe
better.
I will go to Tucson.
I
don't know. We'll see.
Did I say that Annis is looking forward when you get the anodizer going?
Yeah, I'm too. One day.
These are gold vermeil, which means a thick gold plate over a sterling silver base. Andrew taught me that.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And it's not spelled anything like you think it's spelled.
Vermeil. Right?
It looks like vermilly.
Vermeil. It's French.
I know, but it looks like vermilly.
Does it have 2 L's or just the one?
Mm-hmm.
Vermeil or Vermeil. I think it's just Vermeil. I think it's 1 L. Anyway, these are MA171. They're $18 each. So Like, this is one of those. Look how expensive that adds to that bracelet right there. $18 each. That's for your.
Sold that bracelet for like $20.
This is for your good clients. Clients that want the good stuff. They don't just put that gold over a base metal.
I don't mind, but I keep those. I hoard them like a dragon.
Yeah. These are when your customer wants a little something extra. Gold vermeil. Again.
Y'all didn't get to see my face.
What was that?
The box is collapsed.
The box is collapsed.
We've been precariously stacking them.
MA 171 gold vermeil toggle. That's a toggle, right? That's just the round in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Toggle.
Seems like I got one.
I got it right. I almost called it a toggle clasp. Is that right?
I'm not. Toggle is a clasp, but not all clasps are toggles.
So saying toggle clasp is redundant.
It's like saying chai tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here it makes sense because there's more versions of it of tea, but chai just means tea.
Okay, so these are $1.75 each.
The jump rings?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not inexpensive.
These are not inexpensive at all.
But they match your stuff, so they're not.
Right.
Help.
They're 8mm jump rings. These are gold vermeil, right?
Of course.
Of
not
course.
$1 something for nothing.
So gold vermeil jump rings. MA 172. Let's see. We've got how many's left in here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 of them at $1.75 each. When you want the goods. The good stuff.
Yeah, I try to have different things at the booth for different price tiers. But also, if I have a base metal, sometimes I keep a little baggie with me and I bring my flyers. And if they want to spend more, then I can swap out the ear wires.
Mm-hmm.
Because my $20 customer is not going to pay the $100-something. So, it's easier to go one way than the other way.
Yeah.
Unless you like weave onto them, then that's harder. Not the jumper, I'm talking about the ear wire.
I was going to say, you're going to do a chainmail out of these.
Bye. I'll go back. The handmade arcade, I know it'll be fine, but I get a little bit stressed because, and we've been working on stuff the whole time, but it does not appear to have anything done, and that is the stress maker.
25 of these.
So generally, I like to do a dry run, and then that way, then you don't even have to think the day of the show. You just stick everything down, and then you're so happy in your life.
So happy in your life.
Otherwise,
no more. Like, otherwise, you take 2 hours to put the tablecloth on.
I know. I was gonna spit fire that day. Not only did I almost fall into the hole of poop.
What?
That's when I sat down onto the.
That was that day you had to engage all your muscles.
Correct. We were getting ready to leave, and I broke the outhouse.
I didn't remember that was the same time.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
He says it wasn't your clenching muscles that engaged.
The trauma. Yeah, that happened to me, and I was not a big fan of that.
I'll make some more papers here.
Mess around. And it took flipping forever to get that to park the car too. And then our car got keyed that time. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
But they did have good tacos, so that made up for a lot.
I don't even remember those tacos.
I could go for some nachos right now.
Nachos?
Yup.
Yup. All right, how are y'all doing out there?
They probably got bored.
They did. They're these jump rings. They're not these.
Like, oh, but y'all asked for it. Y'all wanted it. Requested it with your mouth.
These
fingers, actually.
These are sterling jump rings, 6mm, $1 each. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 50 of each of them. That's what the thing says. I'm going to go with it. MA 174.
These are some of the ones that we imported.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're in 2 different colors. So I think somebody wanted some, and they wanted it 2 strands in the same color. And then they sat in here for a while.
They got eaten up by the office.
Consumed from beneath.
Consumed. Okay, I got one more bag of jump rings. 175. These are even more, $2 each.
They're thicker.
They are. And there's 25 is my guess. That's what there has been. I'm not worried about overselling these.
Well, are they Vermeer?
These look like the Vermeer. Yeah.
I was like, if they're sterling, you can always make some more.
These are 9mm. 9mm in Vermeer.
Yeah, if we have a local person, I want to have them make jump rings and ear wire. Somebody who's passionate about that.
Passionate about bending wire.
Correct, because I have no interest in it. You know, there's some things like I don't like doing the background work for enameling. I know conceptually I should let every single part of enameling. I don't.
Why should you?
You know, I think it's like that people go like, oh, well, I like to change the spark plugs on their classic cars. They love it. I don't like that. You know, it's just like one of the things. I just want to drive. I just want to have the fun part.
Just want to have the fun.
Do the decoration part.
Girls just want to have fun.
All right, Cindy Lauper. Is it Cindy Lauper?
Cindy Lauper. Okay, here it is, $20. Butterfly check glass that we imported. So I'm going to show you this one, and I'm going to show you the other one. 177, also $20. Only one of each is this color, the blue. So there's like a greeny blue and a bluey blue. And these beads are approximately 18.5mm. And you get 10 beads on each strand. Strands are approximately 7-inch strands. MA 176 and MA 177. These are really nice. We specially imported these. I don't know if anyone has imported them since. But
you know what? They don't sell stuff all the time, like consistently.
Yeah.
So you may have imported at one time. Like those ones, skull beads that I love, that we're the only company in the United States that had them. They don't make them anymore. And those ancient finish beads that I love, with a deep and passionate, abiding love, they don't sell that business anymore.
Okay, what am I up to? 178. I was going to do some mixes. Anyone like mixes?
I know one person at least that likes them.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. I pulled a few. And what do we sell mixes for nowadays? $12? do them. Let's do them for 9.
What?
Let's do them for 9.
Mm,
What do you want to do them for?
10.
10? All right, so they're not 12 anymore. Let's take them down to 10.
That's still good.
That is good.
You know how hard those mixes are? Unless it's a fast one, then you can maybe knock it down to 850.
850. So this one. There's only one of these left. This has the vintage sequins in it. It's got some of these little bone beads in there, check glass. It's got some gemstones. One bag of those available. $10 only. MA 178. These are luxury bead blends on their way out. Okay. Ann says there's a good document about Cyndi Lauper on Paramount Plus called Let the Canary Sing.
I watched her reality TV show.
She had a reality TV show?
I don't know when or why or how I watched that. I was like, when do I have time to binge watch that TV show? But at one point, she did a reality TV show in the early 2000s, I think.
So this is a sodalite chip and round and all different shapes, ovals, rectangles, sodalite luxury bead blend, MA 179, $10 only. Got one of those left. Just one of those left. MA 180 coming up. Got a mess going over here. It's going to be a long spreadsheet.
Why that?
I don't know, I got out of order over here. Just started making a pile instead of keeping them in order. It's going to take me a little bit. MA 180 is this one. This one's got those light blues, kind of like the first one, but it's got some purples in here. Look at how pretty that is. Ooh.
I haven't made a kit recently.
No, you haven't made a mix recently. It's got some amethyst, smooth rounds. No.
Boy, are they pretty.
This is MA 180. $10 only. Nobody's liking the mixes.
They're tired of it.
A lot of them probably have them already.
Me too.
He says, me too, tired.
Throw it down. We did have a bunch of size 4mm round garnets at one point.
It might be in here.
Maybe, but
There are some garnets in here. This is a bead blend that has lots of reds and golds. There are some garnets, but they are mostly chips. Garnet chips in there. Look how pretty that is. This would go nicely if you got that kit earlier in the day. The Christmas kit. I can't even get, we packed these so full, I can't even get these beads back in this bag. Andrew said I must have packed that one. Let's see, how many of these do we have? There's a number of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. Every time I count, I'm getting one more. I know, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I started out at 9, then I went to 10, now there's 11. How you can fit all those in one bag? There's 11 of these available. MA 181. We've sold 2 of the 180s. Did we have 2? We did not. We only had 1 of the 180s. So somebody got those and somebody didn't. No, that was the other bluey and purpley one. That's the one I exposed it out of the bag. I should have done that for all of them. Open the bag up instead of looking through the bag. I should know better. MA1. Whoa, whoa.
I don't know. Some of them are always just more popular than others.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there were certain colors people say, how come you never do this color? Oh, you should do this color. Well, there's a reason why I don't.
Oh, Susan says Kitty Phil is here and says hello. Hello, Phil. How are you today, Phil? Are you being a good kitty today?
Or what's up, our cat? No.
No. Oh. So this one's really nice. This has some ambery colors to it, some reds, some kind of oranges, carnelian. Beautiful. Let me open this up so it can be exposed. Look at those.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Ooh, look at that. That's rhodonite? Is that beautiful stones in there.
You know, I always think that we don't have anything in this room anymore, and then I keep finding.
I know you just found a bunch of stuff.
Like, there's all this like artisan lampwork glass and stuff, and I'm like, And then there's all these empties. I should put those somewhere.
Huh?
Find the empty container.
Oh yeah. MA 182. Only one of those. MA 183 was 12, bringing it down to 10.
I found a bunch of bags of crystal.
Oh yeah?
I don't know what to count it.
Yeah. This one is black, white, and silver. There's one of these. MA 183. MA 183. Black, white, and silver. A lot of little beads in this one. It's a lot of seed beads in there. Beautiful.
Has anybody read those Lee Bardugo books?
The what?
Those Grisha books?
Anybody read the Grisha books? Andrew's asking.
Who's your favorite? I think I like Nina, and because she likes to eat food.
She likes to eat food.
And she's sassy.
Sassy. You do like the sassy characters.
If it's too good, then it's so boring. Then they're like, oh. Or if they're too bad, then they're also boring. And they're like, oh, whose eyeballs don't fuck out today?
They don't have any character to them.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, I like her. She's one of my favorites. And then her boyfriend, Matthias.
All right. Do you have anything else for us, Andrew?
I'm sure I do. What do you want?
We're on 183. Oh, we did 183. At least get us to 185. You got anything over there? I think I'm out of mixes.
Let me think about it. Oh, I was gonna sell something and then
Decided not to. Decided to keep it. Keep it in the hoard.
You know, some of it is too much of a pain to go through. So then I don't want to count it all.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end up with a bunch of little giblets. Also, if I'm not confident something will sell, I sometimes won't post it because And it ends up in limbo for a while.
I have these.
What is it?
These little tiger eye crosses.
Oh, go ahead.
We didn't sell these yet. How much do you think on those?
How much did you sell the other pendants for?
The bigger ones,
Mm-hmm.
those were, I sold them for 10 each. 12 down to 10.
Are those on keychains?
They're on a wax linen, it looks like.
Mm.
Here's what they are. Let me take them out of the package. Please take one out of the package.
Mm. They are kind of nice, though.
They are very nice. So,
but they are old.
Like,
This vintage.
yeah, look at those. Beautiful tiger eye. It's on a wax linen. You don't have to. It's not actually wax linen. It's a something else.
I would restring it.
Yeah, but just for the pendant.
This many?
Oh, I was thinking like this many.
And this many?
Okay. Giving you a deal. 1, 2,
450.
450. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them available, and only $4.50 each.
I like they have a very dramatic pattern.
Yeah, they do. Let me flash them
They're
to
like
you.
a landscape, and they're equal arm cross. So if you're not, you know,
Religious.
you can still be religious. This is a different kind.
Yeah, but if you're not, then it's okay too. Look at that one. I like that one. They're all really.
When you sell crosses, people like it.
So there you go. There are 5 of these available, only $4.50. You can make money off of that for sure if you sell them. Or wear it yourself. They're really pretty. Super pretty.
I kind of want another store over in Mopsum. Because I kind of feel like we don't have enough shops.
Don't have enough shops up there.
Yeah. If there's a couple more shops.
Well, and some of them are appointment only, which doesn't help.
Even us, we're not open every day.
No. But like the hairstylist up there by appointment. The music teacher by appointment. I think even Camilla's by appointment mostly.
Yeah, because she was busy.
Mm-hmm. So you can't just walk around up there. We've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much.
That mushroom polo sounds good about now.
I almost got one today.
Sounds good. You want to try some of this bag of stuff?
Okay, I got 185 here. This will be the last one. Bag of rose quartz. How much do you think? It's pretty nice.
$10?
Okay.
$8. Do it 8.
I was gonna do 8 actually, and then you said 10, and I wasn't gonna fight you.
No, you can do it for 8.
$8. This is a good deal.
Some of them are real juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it looks like it got augmented, but oh well.
A whole bag of all different shapes.
Did you know I found out that they had to oil emeralds to make them as brilliant?
They oil them?
So they get cedar wood oil and they put it in like a vacuum and then they gently heat it and like they basically sous vide them.
In the oil.
And it makes them much more brilliant.
Huh. We'll get out the emeralds.
I know, because I found a bag of emeralds and I was like, these look not that great.
I'm like, we got a pressure cooker.
Yeah. Soupy.
Soupy. MA 185. What are these? A whole bag. Rose quartz, just $8. That's just a giveaway practically. All right, y'all. I think that's it for tonight.
Sure.
Are you sure?
Whatever.
You got more to go?
I'm sure if you want to keep going, we can find some.
Well, we only got 11 people watching.
They are bored to tears.
I think people are tired.
It's Friday night and they're exhausted.
Friday night and exhausted.
from
Right.
Thanksgiving.
From Thanksgiving, from all that food and family time.
And online shopping.
And online shopping. Hopefully with Allegory Gallery by saving 20% using discount code SHOPSMALL.
See how I set that up? I was like a volleyball player, and I pushed the ball in the air, and then he
Then I
knocked
spiked it.
over the net. Did somebody knock it back?
I don't know. All right, let me flip this camera around.
They called out volley.
A volley, yeah, you volleyed the ball. Whoa. What's going on here? Hello, everybody. Oh, hello again. So, that was a long one today. 3 hours and 46 minutes so far.
And you don't want to keep going?
You don't want to keep going?
See if we can break our record.
Break our 5-hour record?
We've only done 5. No, we did the one that was 24 hours.
Well, that you took breaks in between for like 10 minutes.
No, it wasn't very much.
No, by the time you were ready to do the next one, you were.
I know.
Just finishing.
Like, I just leave this on.
Right?
Why I take a break?
Why taking a break?
Takes more trouble setting this up.
Right. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the randomness of tonight, and my pottery and Andrew's new pendants. And
did anybody like those?
The new pendants? You like the new pendants, everybody? Hopefully. Got some claims on them, and I think some claims went to spam, so I got even more than I thought.
I tried real hard.
Oh, it looks like I have more junk in the junk. I do. Let me move this to the inbox. Yep, keeps going into the spam.
It's that time of the year.
I know. Somebody just recently sent an email, and they just put MA18. They didn't put the last digit. So if you
maybe they want 18.
If you do want 18, that's from a while ago. If you're rewatching something else, that's possible. But they have been watching this show, so
what they want?
It's probably, I'm guessing, 185. Those rose quartz.
Oh.
That's about where it fell in line. But yeah, check your scent mail. All right. So everyone, please have a great weekend. If you have a local shop near you, or even if you don't, please shop small, shop local as much as you can instead of the big box stores.
You know what? That one company that said that they weren't going to do a discount this year, they sent a discount today.
Did they?
Uh-huh. I think they, like everybody else, get nervous that they're not going to make any sales.
Yeah. Well, it's all good to say that, and you get a lot of publicity from it. Like even my little post today that I sent out about how, yeah, big box stores and you can't afford the discounts.
How the Black Friday came about.
Yeah. And even that got shared and commented on a lot more than any of my other posts. But if I had just done that and not a sale, what would that have done? I don't know.
I didn't look at the number, so I don't know if we actually made any sales today.
Not a ton, but it's Black
I think
Friday.
It's hard though, because like when there's like stuff and they're doing like 90% off. You know, the thing is though, if you know how much stuff costs regularly, like for instance, there's one company, I'm not going to say which company it is, but they're having this big, they're like 50% off. And what they're charging is like $20 less than what they normally charge on a regular day. So, I mean, it is money off, but it's not, they made it seem like 50% off. And let me tell you, it's not 50% off.
It's not really.
When I clicked that button, because I got real excited.
Well, usually a lot of the times they say up to 50% off. And there's like one thing in the entire catalog that's 50% off.
90% off. There's one thing, and it's like some homely.
Yeah, and once it sells, there's no more, or nobody wants it, and everything else is only like 10% off.
I've seen that too a
Yeah,
lot.
that happens a lot. They get you in shopping and looking at the site, but that just makes me upset. Like
Maybe we should do that though,
that doesn't make
because
me.
they also have more money than we do. They have like a Mercedes car that they drive around in.
So we should say up to 90% off.
And
We'll
just have
find
one
we'll find
thing.
one thing that's 90% off, and then the rest of it will all be like.
Or the thing I also noticed this thing. They'll sell out the thing that's 90% off, and then magically after the sale's done, it's
There's more.
restocked. I was like, huh. Because I noticed that the other day because I was shopping on one website and I was like, I thought this was sold out.
It was.
And then they
only allotted so many for the sale.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give you the unlimited stock for the sale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think
you know those tricks, everybody. You know what people do. We don't try to trick you.
One time somebody said that, yeah, we did that, and I just laughed and laughed. And we inflated the prices every time we had a sale. And I said, you know how much work that would be? And it was back when we had the custom website. And so that would be like going through 3,000 products.
There was no way to upload like a spreadsheet to adjust those prices. That was like all hand done.
And I was like, I can guarantee you that we did not do that. No. Because by the time you finish uploading all the prices, the sale's over.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. You know you're always going to get the best prices we can give you here. When we have a sale like we are right now, that's a huge just thank you, an extra bonus for you all. And we hope that if you see something you like, you'll grab it and help us out too. So,
is anybody going to come over tomorrow? Because I'm supposed to go to the shop tomorrow.
Yeah, Andrew's got to come to the shop with me tomorrow.
Maybe.
You
should be fine with 8 people. 9 people.
I'll be fine until the one customer comes in and needs all the attention away from the class.
That's what happens when you schedule the class in the middle of the day.
You're here all day.
Huh?
We'll see. He's trying to get out of it already.
I'm driving a separate car. So when they're done, I'm like, peace out.
Peace out. Yeah, that's fine.
I want to be back before the sun goes down.
That's fine. You don't have to stay the whole time.
Maybe. I just don't like to waste gas going up and down 2 different cars.
That's true, too. All right, everyone. Anyway, while we're picking out our plans and picking them apart, thank you for hanging out. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And we will see you back here. If not sometime this weekend, we might go live or do something, but definitely on Monday. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Bye, everybody.
See ya.